Truth gang, it's your girl Omega, and I'm always bringing that truth. You know how I do. If you guys are new here, welcome. If you guys are not, you already know what to do. You know to spew hashtag Justice for Alicia Smiley 2025 off into the comment section for your girl. I would surely appreciate it. Shout out to the Mod Squad of Truth, already on it, already got that link into the comment section. I'm gonna pin the playlist link just in case anyone comes across this video and they would like to see the whole entire story of me being missing child Alicia Smiley and my evidence supporting that. So I really do appreciate you. I'm going to pin that. Hello, Miss Pam. Justice for Alicia Smiley 2025. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everyone's love, everyone's loyalty, and everyone's support. Taking it day by day, y'all. We're taking it day by day. Definitely. So this is a blackout message. I'm not going to be on camera today, but I will try to be on camera tomorrow. I ain't going to make no promises, but I'm not going to be on camera today. We're going to go ahead and get a message. We'll see what the message is about, what the message entails, what the overall energy is. And we'll just take it from there. Make sure that you guys eat the meat and spit out the bones. If it does not apply, let that shit fly. If it don't make sense, Spirit ain't speaking to your ass. And it is what it is, because that's just what it is. Spirit don't always speak to everybody at the same time. There are 19 people on my live. Please check out my story about me being this missing child. I was kidnapped at age 3. I'm not on camera, but if you click the link there and that's pinned there, and it'll take you to all of my evidence of me being this missing child. You're going to see a recent picture of me. You're going to see a picture of me as a child. I'm going to show you all my evidence. There's 21 people on my live. Please. Let me see. Let me let y'all see my face. I wasn't getting on this camera now. I wasn't, not at all. But I need y'all. Yes, I still got on the same clothes. It's okay. There's 21 people on my live. Listen, I need y'all to help me out, and I need y'all to click that link in the bottom of the video so that you guys can see my evidence about being this missing child. I was kidnapped at age 3, and I was taken and raised by law enforcement in St. Louis, Missouri. If there was going to be, I didn't know there was going to be 21 people on here, but since there is 21 people on here, I'm begging you all, please share my story. Please check out my story. Please, okay? Please, I really would appreciate it. It would mean the world to me if y'all could just share my video, help me out, because we have to do something about, you know, people being sex trafficked and all that other shit. Can we block JP? He said you ratchet. Your mama ratchet, bitch. But we knew that because look at you. You know, you're so ratchet that you come on the internet and fuck with people that are already traumatized, right? Yeah. Okay. So JP is going to be getting kicked the fuck out of here as soon as we get. Thank you so much. That was quicker than I could even get the words out of my mouth. Shout out to the Mod Squad of Truth. Y'all do y'all big one in this comment section, getting these trolls up out of here. And we appreciate them. Anybody else want to talk slick so we can get you out of here real quick? Okay. Anybody else? Because we're just gonna get you out of here and we're gonna keep on going. I really need people to take a look at my story as being this missing child. It would mean the world to me, like for real. Okay. So please check out the story. Click the link and I will show you all my evidence of me being this missing child. Okay. So yeah, I'm here for it. Probably going to get off of the camera, but I'm just saying I wanted to show the people. If it's going to be a lot of people on my live, I'm going to show my face so that you guys can see that I'm a real person and I really am in need of some type of help, some type of assistance here. I'm not begging for money. I'm not begging for Cash Apps. I'm not begging for Venmos. I'm not asking you to go support a GoFundMe. All I'm asking you to do is to use your human power with your word of mouth and spread the word that I am alive and I do have information concerning another missing child. So please, y'all help me out. Now let me get off this camera. Okay. Y'all know I got a picture spew for myself, right? I have to. If y'all are Truth Gang and y'all are Tribe, then you already know that every opportunity that I get, especially if I see my numbers going up on a video, I'm going to get on this camera and I'm going to speak some Justice for Alicia Smiley shit just to make the public aware while I have eyes on me. I'm going to take that opportunity every single time if I see these numbers going up to address me being a missing child and get the people to look at it. So I appreciate those of you all who stick with me while I do what I need to do on that note, okay? I appreciate you guys so much. What's up? You said what worked? Oh, okay. Did you taste it? Okay. 6 what?
It's extras.
I'm not gonna eat 6 corn muffins.
No, it's not 6 each. I mean, it's like 6.
Oh, all together? Okay, because I'm like, I'm not gonna eat that much. Okay, well, I have to taste it first. Okay, well, let me taste it, but not right now because I'm smoking. But you know, gang, 5 views, 5 likes. I appreciate you guys so much. That was my baby. She's in there trying to like perfect her turkey gravy or whatever. She did make those salmon croquettes. Excuse me, by herself last night, and I gave her an 8 out of 10. It was her first time making the salmon croquettes without me being in there with her and her instructions. And the only reason why she got an 8 out of 10, well, let me tell you all the good stuff first before we get into our message. But the good stuff is that it was nice and golden brown, just like mommy's. Okay, it was very moist. It's nothing worse in the world other than a dry salmon patty, right? So it was very moist inside. The only thing was, we didn't have enough green peppers, so it didn't really have as much green pepper flavor in it as it should have. And then she forgot the Old Bay seasoning. She forgot to put the Old Bay inside of the patties. So I gave her an 8 out of 10 because everything else was perfect. And I bet you the next time that she makes mom's recipe, she's going to master that shit. She's going to have that shit. And it's going to be mastered, okay? Always teach your kids how to cook, y'all. Teach your kids how to cook. I already said this on the live, but teach your kids how to cook. But anyways, let's go ahead and give our shades. We want to give our shades to the divine infinite, all of our ancestors, angels, and guides of the highest white light, and thank them for the messages that we about to receive. And all messages that we receive with love, honor, and respect. And as always, spirit, gratitude. I don't know why that short Ashe one came. That's the one that I use at work so I can pray over the reading before I do people's readings at work. But that's the one that came out. But I do want to just give a special shout out on the side to all the Oris that are in the upright, those who are following their higher self and following your destined path. Special shout out to you because that road is not easy. It is not easy walking this road by yourself and following your highest good, your higher self, and allowing your higher self, the God within you, to lead you along your journey, right? So that's not always the easiest thing to do. So I'm just going to give y'all a special shout out. All my ancestors, angels, and guys know that I love them, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to get some overall energy messages. I think I want to go to, I'm going to get one from the Spirit Messages Oracle cards. Then I would like to get some more from the Mystic Red Rose Oracle, okay? And remember, guys, if it doesn't apply, let it fly, okay? And I'm going to work on this consistently live thing, but I really don't know how to do it. If y'all been with me for years, excuse me, I already know. I just kind of go with this YouTube flow. I try to make schedules. I can't stick to them because drama always happens. And I don't know. But I will be here with you guys as much as I possibly can while I'm trying to balance out my own energies. Okay? Spirit, just give me one. Okay, I said one. They gave me 3. I'm putting all 3 of these back. And we're going to get one. Divine Spirit, just give me one. Oh my God. We have 6 cards that just came out. Okay, Spirit, do you not want to give me one? Because I would just like one. I'm putting all 6 of those back. Divine Spirit, just one card. Okay, now we got one. Okay. Focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you cannot. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe, okay? So that's good energy, okay? You're focusing on your own, what you got going on. You're not going to focus too much on what you cannot change about yourself, okay, or about your situation and your circumstances. I did sit down with my daughter. It was yesterday before I went live, and she said, you know, she was like being my little therapist, and she was like, no, what about your situation, you know, that you can't change upsets you? And then she was like, okay, now what about your situation that you can change upsets you? And basically my answer was like, nothing that I can change upsets me because I can change it. But there was a big ass, long ass list about shit that I was upset about that I couldn't change because I don't have the power and it's out of my control. And that helped me to kind of realize and prioritize like what I can and cannot, if I can't fucking change it. And her name is Serenity, by the way. So that's crazy because that's like the Serenity prayer, you know? Gang. What's up, Miss Flo? Hashtag Justice for Alicia Smiley. Justice for Alicia Smiley 2025. Hashtag royalty. Hashtag all love always. Hashtag justice will be served. Hashtag truth gang worldwide. Hashtag soul tribe. Hashtag standing in your truth. Hashtag treat others how you want to be treated. And hashtag know your worth. I appreciate you joining me. We're going to be sisters in real life, Miss Flo. I don't know why I feel like we're going to do some music together. We're going to do some work together in the future. I just don't know when, because you probably got some shit going on in your life. I know I got shit going on in my life, but I know we're going to connect one day, Miss Flo. Okay. And I'm sure it's going to be on a creative note. It's going to be something about creation or like artistic abilities or something like that. But I know me and you are going to link one day in real life. I just don't know when or how. Okay. Call it prophecy. All right. Let's go. He said that would be fire and I can't wait, especially if it's on some music or something. It's going to be fire. Okay. So we have the hammer out here. Okay. You guys need to be careful because we have sabotage out here. All right. It's like every time you rebuild something, somebody's persistent about sabotaging, or it's an energy that's persistent about sabotaging you. You could be working on something. You could be trying to repair whatever somebody has like messed up or whatever. On this card, it looks like there's a ring and a torch. So there could even be like a relationship. Okay. Somebody can be old school. They can have outdated thinking or like conditioning. Like somebody needs to put that old school thinking, old theology down or something like that. Somebody's also constantly going over and over in their mind about what's going on or what had happened in the past or whatever. Somebody's constantly thinking about this. Okay, maybe they need to focus on what they can control and what they cannot control. Okay, we have shock. This person is like shell shocked, basically, of something that happened in the past, over trying to sabotage you over and over again, and you still moving past it. This is kind of like the same energy that we had yesterday. Excuse me, y'all. You're still moving past this energy. Okay, what else do we have, Divine Spirit? What else do we have? A new phase. Like I said, you're headed towards a new phase, renewal and growth. Your mindset has changed, or you are changing currently your mindset. You're rising from the ashes. Now, I'm going to lift this up because that's the energy that we had, but we weren't even using these cards. And this is how you know when the Divine Infinite All is speaking, or the Matrix is trying to give you a message here, because you'll have similar energies, just like we was talking about with Miss Rain. When you go to other readers' channel and the message is similar, and if they're not, like, you'll know somebody's stealing your message. Like if they're like literally going word for what you say or whatever, you get what I'm saying? You're going to know if somebody's stealing your divine message. But usually it's just because you guys are on the same wavelength. You get what I'm saying? And y'all are picking up the same messages from the divine, and the people that are going to hear your message are not the same person, same people that's going to hear the other person's message, the other reader's message, because y'all have two totally different audiences, but the divine is going to give you all similar messages or the same messages to like get to the masses. Okay. Somebody might not want you to speak because I feel like my words is just jumbling. Okay. Wedding rings is out here. And I did say something about some rings. Okay. So somebody could be coming into a union or a marriage, a real true soul connection, everlasting love, devotion. Somebody finna be coming into their divine counterpartship that always finds its way in our readings. Passion is out here. Insane chemistry, sparks, having fun, equal interest, burning desire. Okay. Maybe there's somebody here that wanted to sabotage any relationships that you had. This person with these old school, outdated thinking patterns. And this person is shocked because they can't do it. Every time they try to sabotage you, you rise out of the darkness, you rise out of the ashes, and now you're going towards a divine union. And it's like magical divine union, insane chemistry. Okay? That's what's up. Should we clarify with these? We're not going to clarify with these. We're going to clarify with the no-name oracle. All right, Divine Spirit, clarify hammer. Clarify the sabotage, the persistence of the sabotage. Clarify that. Okay, no movement. So whoever was trying to sabotage you, they're having slow or no movement. They can't make any moves. That was also the energy that was like yesterday. Old school. This is an immature love offer. Somebody that you used to date or somebody from your past. Okay, shock. Clarify. Oh, somebody's shocked that you did something on your own, that you were actually independent. Somebody is shocked that you had the gall the audacity, okay? The kahunas to do something on your own, okay? Like literally somebody is shocked at this. They thought you was weak or some shit. They thought you was weak. That's what they thought. They thought you was weak. All right. What about the phoenix? Rising out of the ashes, renewal and growth, wish fulfillment, 9 of cups, wedding rings, divine spirit, relationship problems, 6 of pentacles in reverse. This could be somebody you used to be married to or something. With the immature love offer and the sabotage and all that other stuff, trying to sabotage your relationships. Clarify that 6 of pentacles for me, divine spirit. Okay, King of Pentacles. Somebody trying to sabotage your love. This is an ex-lover trying to sabotage a current relationship. I don't know who need to hear this, but you are not friends with your ex. Okay, I don't even know why y'all be doing that shit. Me and my ex, we're friends. We can still hang. No, the fuck you cannot. Okay, you need to cut people off. That's called people hoarding. When you're keeping these ex-lovers and these friends that you know really don't mean you no good, that's people hoarding. Okay, that ain't cool. Passion, insane chemistry, spiritual growth. There's still somebody coming in, okay? But somebody really wants to emotionally manipulate your ass. That's at the bottom of the deck. Like, I had to say it like that, but look, I'm just saying I flipped the deck over. Somebody really wants to, like, emotionally manipulate your ass. They really do. It's 2 different people here. It's somebody from your past, and it's somebody that wants to come in, but somebody's trying to, like, block this person from you or block y'all relationship. They don't want you to get into this union with this person. And it's an ex, but this motherfucker is shocked. This person is literally shocked that you were able. It's weird. It's just like they didn't even think. They thought you were so little. They just thought you didn't have it in you. They thought you was just like a peon or just like you didn't matter. Like they never saw it for 1 second that you would come out of this or something. Like you would get over them or just move forward or I don't know. This person weird. They just thought you were supposed to sit still and die. Whoever this person is that was trying to sabotage you, they literally thought you were supposed to sit still and die. And you kept moving. So you pissed this motherfucker off because you kept moving. And they just decided, okay, well, I'm going to sabotage. I'm going to sabotage. Every time you try to build something up, I swear to God, this sounds like my ex-husband. But every time you try to build something up, okay? Motherfucker, here they come to destroy everything that you've built. It's the person that brings bad news. Okay, it's the person that brings bad news. Let's look at the sun energy here. Low vibrational, low ranking entity. This person is fucking a demon. They're a liar. They're jealous. They're a gossip. Okay, you are too strong for this person. Willpower. Okay, you moving on to equal give and take. What else? Alliances. You finna have a group behind you. So if this person try to get a group against you, you finna have a group behind you because you are the Queen of Cups. Whether you are a male or a female, you are the Queen of Cups. You're very affectionate. You're very kind. You are a healer. Okay, and you love yourself and you're loyal to yourself. Okay, like period. Somebody really thought they had like control over you or something. Like it's really weird energy on this board right here. Okay, this is really weird energy on this board. It's like somebody got stuck in a time loop. We finna go to this oracle, but I just feel like somebody got stuck in a time loop. Okay, that's what I feel. Let me see. All right, I gotta separate these cards because we was clarifying with different decks. I want to make sure that I don't put them in the wrong place. If this resonating, let me know it's resonating. Straight up, because this is quite the message. I'm gonna say that this is quite the message, only because this person thinks that you just weird. Like they think that you just like, I don't know. They just felt like you didn't have a life, or you weren't worth it, or you just was nothing, or you didn't have any will to fight. Like you was just, I don't know what this person thought, but they didn't think very highly of you to be able to try to do whatever it is that they were trying to do to you. Let's go to this oracle. Life is out here. Okay. Christians as oppressors. So there's some religious people out here that like to oppress people, probably because you don't measure up to what they feel like is holy, and they are not holy themselves, but you know, they like to judge people as if they are holy. You know what I'm saying? I can't really see nothing else. I'm just grabbing something. All right. I got a nice little pile. All right. Let's get into this oracle. Something about the dark moon. So I believe the dark moon has something to do with like new beginnings and resets and all that. Okay. A beautiful fairy tale. So maybe somebody finna have a beautiful fairy tale. Okay. You're gonna have some type of status about yourself. Wyoming is here, so somebody can have connections to Wyoming. March 13th. Okay. Old-fashioned mindset. I cannot make it up. I just went to the oracle. Somebody is stuck in an old-fashioned mindset. Okay. There's nothing they can do. They refuse to grow. Whoever this person is or this whoever they is, they refuse to grow. Okay. And they got stuck. When you don't grow, when you're not growing anymore, what does that mean? It means you dead. When you stop growing, it means you dead. Okay? And somebody stopped growing. Now they might still be alive and walking around here, but they dead because they stopped growing. Okay? Even when you get old, you grow old. You're still growing. You're just growing old. Right? All right, let's keep going. The fist fighting family is out here. Oh, Lord. The fist fighting family. I'm going to put that to the side. That might have something to do with the title, okay? Things are going horribly wrong for a fist fighting family. Death threats reverse. Also, a family could have tried to off somebody, right? And things went horribly wrong. And now the death threats are reversed. They about to, suffer consequences. They about to get that business, okay? So it could be a fist fighting family suffering consequences. Team dissolved, whole family dissolved. The family has been dissolved, okay? Straight up, they was controlled by demonic forces. A fist fighting family has been controlled by demonic forces, okay? And things are going horribly wrong, and they're suffering the consequences from some death threats. And they have been dissolved. There's nothing they can do. That's what the oracle said, y'all. There's nothing they can do. Crime speed. This family could have also been involved in crime. Okay, they finding out the hard way. All right. What else do we have out here, Spirit? Running away as fast as they can. So these are the same people that was running after you to try to hurt you. Now they running in the opposite direction. Christians as oppressors. Again, these could be people that claim to be Christians, but they're not Christians. That's just the mask they hide under so that you don't suspect little old sister such and brother such and deacon such and such to be doing such and such. You get what I'm saying? They're not really Christians. Okay, somebody's name is Denise. They wanted to battle, okay, because they was afraid to show their true emotions. Whoever these people are, or Denise, somebody was really whipped, okay? That was really crazy off somebody. All right, and you free to do what you want. So you can have somebody going crazy. Or it could be, I'm getting like negative love energy, like negative works, okay? They could have did some shit and the shit backfired and now they're obsessed with you. You don't even want them. You out here running free, doing what you want to do. Okay, somebody's name is Nathan. Black magic on the love area of your life. I cannot make this up. I swear I just said they could have did some love work. I just said they could have did some love work. Okay? They played a dirty game. Yeah. They played a dirty game. Solitude, despair, and pain. So they could be all alone. They don't got nobody to go to, talk to, or nothing. Because they played this dirty game. Potions. They definitely was trying to do some work on somebody. And they could have even been putting shit in shit. Like putting shit in your food or whatever in your drinks. Because we just had love work and then we have potions. Okay? It's real, you guys. People really do it. So watch your back out here. Okay? September is significant. All right? Spirit said they are here for you while you're dealing with this situation. Whatever these people did was the last strike. This fist fighting family was the last strike. Okay. What else do we have, Divine Spirit? Dark and disturbing. So whatever the situation is very dark and disturbing. Okay. What else? You might not want to do that. So they could have been warned not to do this dark and disturbing shit, but they tried to disguise themselves as someone else, okay? As a chosen one, Right. You're chosen by God. And they could have decided, okay, so they decided that they was going to disguise themselves as you in the spirit realm. So somebody literally tried to go in the spirit room as you and do some shit. And then they mad at you and attacking you like you did something other than be yourself and be chosen by God, okay? They was trying to cheat, like in life, okay? These people were trying to cheat in life. They're holding a grudge. Like I said they're mad at you. And then we have the next card, they're holding a grudge. They're holding a grudge against you and you didn't even do anything other than be you. Other than be you, okay? Run is out here, but it's in reverse. So these people are definitely trying to run because we have running as fast as they can, but they can't run. Okay, they can't run. All right, what else do we have? Something that's undeniable. Okay, a whole city finna be left helpless. A whole entire city stuck in a time loop. Literally, somebody stuck in the past. Okay, they could be hearing sounds. Okay, and it could be like haunting them. Okay, they were doing everything to try to destroy your life because you have a greater destination than them in life. Okay, somebody finna face some corruption charges too. Okay, because this cycle is over. Period. Somebody's going to jail. All right, they accused you of things, but you didn't do it. So they could have even made false reports on somebody. And now they have to answer to the police for these false allegations because they had you investigated. Okay? They had you investigated because they didn't like you, so they was just lying. They were just lying. They were just going to the fucking police and saying you harassed them, you bust their window out, your ass is in another state or across town, and you don't know nothing about this. Okay? So they had the police investigate you, and as they're investigating, you're nowhere near them or having any contact with these people. Okay? Excuse me. I had to sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. Spirit sneeze, I guess. I don't know what that means when you sneeze. I'm doing already, but everything do mean something. Okay? Bless me. Justice for Alicia Smiley 2025. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Thanks for joining, Miss Natalie. Truth gang, okay? Somebody has definitely reconciled with their destiny. You're on your path to your destiny, okay? You're the best one yet. So they could have been doing stuff like this to a bunch of people, but they couldn't do it to you, all right? You got a lot of power and a lot of force behind you, okay? You have some type of healing energies. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 protects from workplace discrimination based on age, gender, religion, race, culture, and national origin. And then I heard something about Trump and this Civil Rights Act, but I didn't really look too deep into it because y'all know I ain't trying to get into no politics because they be arguing about dumb shit and I ain't got time, right? But that is significant because it's coming out of the Oracle, the Civil Rights Act. Okay, and I seen like a bunch of people on TikTok and everywhere else on social media talking about how he did something that didn't piss everybody off. Okay, thank you. That bless me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay. Anyways, the pink flower is out here. So the pink flower is associated with femininity. They represent admiration, innocence, growing feelings of love, romance, passion, and sentiment. Showing of love and gratitude. It represents your first true love and love at first sight, sweetness, joy, happiness, softness, gentleness, welcoming and comforting energy, a time for new beginnings and abundance. So we did have the cards in the overall energies that we were pulling, talking about the soulmate, but that does come out, okay? A lot. Throughout all the chaos, it do come out that there's like somebody that has like a divine counterpart, a high level soulmate. All right, coming in. All right, the African American community, holy Lord. Civil Rights Act, 1960. That was 1964. The African American community. Y'all know I try to stay away from that shit too, because all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Period. Okay, but it's something significant about race here and civil rights acts and shit like that too. But I ain't trying to get too deep off in that shit. I wish that Black people was a little stronger and a little bit more loving and a little bit more welcoming and a little bit more, trusting, community-like and all that shit. I don't know. But y'all ain't like that. We ain't like that. I'm like that though. So I can't, y'all, I'm gonna say it like that. Y'all ain't like that because I am like that. I just have to be discerning, Hey, Miss Rain. Justice for baby Smiley. Hashtag truth gang minds. Hashtag truth gang family. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. What else do we have out here, Spirit? Yeah, these people have bad judgment. Okay, well, African American community, that's the next thing. Now I ain't calling you out on this shit, but this is what the Spirit is saying to my peoples, my cousins that, you know, will really talk like that. Okay, I love black people though. I do, especially black men. But you know, if you black, you know what I'm talking about when I say what I'm saying. Okay. Anyways, bad judgment is right after the African American community. So maybe y'all need to tighten up, or we need to tighten up. I don't really know how to say that because I don't really talk to too many people at all. You know, but I love everybody that treat me right, whether you black, white, orange, yellow, green, blue, or whatever. And how I learned to be that way is because I learned that all skin folks ain't kin folks. Just because you black doesn't mean that you're going to be loyal to me, honest with me, and all of this shit. That doesn't mean none of that shit. Matter of fact, you might snake me, and it's not because you black, but that's how, I don't know what's weird with the community that we grew up in, y'all. I don't really know why we are the way that we are, but I'm loving and kind, and I would never hurt nobody unless they hurt me, and it would be in self-defense. So, I mean, I don't know. Black people. Stephanie is out here, okay? Doppelganger. Somebody's a doppelganger. All right. What else do we have out here, Spirit? Cut the grass. There's snakes around. Okay. So somebody might need to pay attention. You could be having strange dreams about the snakes that are around in your life. Okay. Somebody gonna end up admitting to their lies. Okay. Straight up. Somebody married. Somebody lying about being single. Somebody's lying about being single. If you had an unction of a notion that that person is married, then they're married. If you come across this video. If you thought about it once, like, I wonder if this person got a wife or a husband or a girl or, you know, boyfriend, whatever, you know, they do. Okay. Straight up. What else do we have? I need to fucking shuffle. Okay, there we go. Under a spell or a curse. So somebody could be under this spell here. All right. And it's their own spell that they're under. Things are coming to the light. It's because they tried to end you. Okay. Somebody's destined to be famous and to have a famous mate. Okay. So whoever you are, this is that same energy of somebody having a spouse that's already famous, or y'all gonna be famous together, or I don't know how this is really gonna work. You're gonna meet somebody famous and you're gonna be dating this person. Okay. Groundbreaking information is being released. Somebody's name could be Bill or William or Billy. Okay. Somebody's looking for something, but they're looking for the wrong thing. Okay. We got the black box is really orange. And in case y'all did not know, in the airplane, when the airplane go down, the black box that they're looking for is actually the color orange. So if you didn't know anything about it, you would go down there looking for a black box. Right? So somebody's in that energy. Like they think they know some shit. They think they know some shit, so they looking for some shit, and they don't got the shit. Because what they looking for is not really what it is. If y'all understand what I'm saying, okay? And they just not realizing what they done. They've been bamboozled, okay? They failed to learn life's hard lessons, okay? Somebody could have been abused as a child, but you ended up facing your fears, okay? Somebody don't want to let you walk away. They want to have a conversation. Okay, they feel like it'll be productive, but it won't be because productive was in reverse. So don't talk to this person. Okay, what else do we have? Leasing bodies to entities. I said this. Somebody got something with these spirits. Okay, motherfuckers are straight up possessed. They're stuck in a time loop. They're trapped. They lease their body to spirits out here. Okay, they didn't love themselves as they love everyone else, or love everyone else as you would yourself. That's the better way to put it. Okay? They didn't care about nobody, whoever this person is. This person is going down while you in your element. Like, now is your time for you to, like, create or something. Continue no communication with people from your past. Don't go back. Okay? Black Lives Matter is significant. Okay? Black people. The spirit trying to say something. I don't know what they're trying to say because I don't really like to read into race situations. Okay? I don't. Because it's very controversial and I just see humanity. I would rather just see humanity. But Black Lives Matter is significant. Okay? So that's like 3 cards maybe 4, I don't remember, but there's like 3 or 4 cards or inklings that are pushing towards the African American community in this reading, which is rare. So maybe we need to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves as a race or some shit, because I don't really know. Maybe I'll look deep into it, but I just don't like to get on shit like that. I don't, you know? And I don't like to talk about politics. I like to stick to people's individual soul's journey, the free-spirited people, so that their souls can become free and they can listen to their higher self. They can connect with God, the source. That's not God as in the earth God, because that's not really who we're talking about. We're talking about the divine infinite all. Okay? So that's what I like to focus on, the individual person, to get them on their path of their destiny. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everything else, because everything else in the world really is a trap. It's a fucking trap. And a fucking distraction from your divine path. You know? What else do we got? Somebody can have a resting bitch face, but you're really nice. I feel like I have a resting bitch face now because I've been through some shit. But somebody can have it, okay? Somebody's going down and they know it. They were very arrogant about how they were going to like really take you out of here or do whatever they planned on doing that did not work, okay? You're about to be overcome with blessings. This person's going to have to watch. This person has some type of voodoo attachment. They did voodoo and it backfired. They're literally saying it was voodoo, okay? And voodoo is not bad. It's not bad. It's what you do with it that will make it bad, because you can use voodoo to heal. You can use voodoo to heal. You can use voodoo to protect. Like, you can use voodoo for a lot of things. It's just the person who's doing it and what they're doing is what would make it, bad. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go to somebody who practices voodoo as a healer and be completely healed, you know? But anyways, animal healing is out here as well. So maybe somebody, I don't know, maybe somebody's doing that type of healing. Somebody's trying to correct this voodoo attachment. They're trying to correct it, but they can't. And there's somebody in this fist fighting family. The whole family got the voodoo attachment. I said that though, but I was saying it in the way of an STD. I think that was the last reading. I was saying the whole family, the whole group, they all have the STD. And now it's just coming out that they all have this voodoo attachment or this spiritual attachment or this spirit that is attached to this entire fist fighting family. That's why they're fighting each other. That's why they're being violent. Okay. All right. So what else do we have? Somebody was trying to test to see how much they can get away with. They ain't getting away with nothing else no more, okay? Somebody's name is Dennis. We had Denise and we had Dennis. So somebody's name could be Dennis and somebody's name could be Denise. That's the masculine, the feminine of something. I don't know. Okay, of that name anyways. Spirit number 936. It just says 936. It ain't no download or nothing. Okay? Spirit said, look and see how far you have come from. Like, look back and see how far you have come from. Like, and you might not be where you want to be, but look how far you come from where you've been. And that's what they looking at, and that's why they hating on your ass, because they see that you made it through all these attacks. Like, you just keep rising. We had that same energy. You keep rising like the phoenix out of the darkness, out of the ashes. You just keep rising no matter what they do to you, and that's why that voodoo attachment is on their ass, because they can't get you. Period. Let me see. I gotta read that. It said 515, number 11, our manifested seeds of justice are here. Ashe. He said, we are in the year of the snake. 9 grand exposure. University is here. Ashe. He said, the spirits of the past that's in the rivers and the lakes are here and are speaking strong. The seeds of freedom is here. And now, through them, we are the vessel that was used for this lifted curse. Facts, okay? You said you're from NYC and I got RBF. One day, my daughter said she wants to go there one day, and we will eventually one day go there. I just want to eat. I want to go get me some Italian food, a steak and cheese. I want to go eat. That's why I want to go to New York. But I ain't never been there. But one day, maybe I'll be able to visit there. But shout out to the tribe that's in New York. Gang, gang. He said, rest in peace, bitch face. He said, Movies make voodoo look bad. That's why a lot of people fear the altars. Yeah, they do. They do, but it's not really bad. I mean, a person would make it bad. The person who's like the practitioner, the person who's doing the work, the voodoo stuff, that's who would make it bad. You know? Because like I said, you could get somebody that will literally only use it for healing purposes and blessing purposes, cleansing purposes, because you can cleanse your soul with some voodoo. But you need to know who you're doing and you need to know who your practitioner is and how they move in the spirit realm and the physical realm. Like I would definitely look for a practitioner with morals. Because they'll end up fucking you up if you know what I'm saying, if they don't have morals. Generational curses are now broken on a universal scale as a whole too. Many pure babies' blood is on the land, child trafficking from sexually preyed upon. That's facts. But I feel like we're gonna get justice for all that. We probably need to do some group pots for that. But I'll make that shit free if we gonna do stuff like that, because that's what I would rather use my gifts for. Straight up, because we can move some shit in the spirit realm. All of us together, we can move some shit in the spirit realm. You know, somebody named Angie. Okay, stepping into higher realms. Somebody name can be Angie, and you're gonna be stepping into higher realms. Okay, revenge of the happiness haters. It could be the family. That's the family again. The fist fighting family. They're the happiness haters, and they went on like a revenge streak. Revenge of the happiness haters. Okay. What else do we have? I think they felt like they was like the mafia or something. They're in the decline. We had them like being destroyed or something. Our team dissolved. We had this fist fighting family being dissolved, but like they're really like they're torn apart. I think they felt like they was like the mafia or Nino Brown. Remember we had that Nino Brown? It was like probably like 5 or 6 readings ago. I feel like somebody felt like they was Nino Brown and this fist fighting family. Like they had the whole fucking the Carter shit going on or something, or Empire or something. But this whole entire fist fighting family is going down. Okay, mass reduction is still like again. These are words that saying that they're going down, declining, mass reduction. Okay. What else do we have, Divine Spirit? Diseased. I'm going to just let y'all see that because it keeps coming out. It'll come out in every reading. That somebody got that shit. This group of people got that shit. They all need to be locked up because they could spread this. Every last one of them. And it's like fucking 30 to 60 of these motherfuckers. Because you got to have, you got to have them and then their friends that are involved with it because they all be going to the little orgy parties and shit. Okay? So all of their friends that are involved in all of the shit too, they got this disease, man. Spirit number 2929. Trust in yourself. Express your unique soul. Weave love into every aspect of your life. Trust in your abilities to achieve your higher purpose in life. A phase of your life is coming to an end, a start of a new journey. Good luck and good fortune. Change and self-discovery. Let go of all of your fears. And I said you was facing your fears. Okay? So let go of all your fears that was blocking you from progressing your personal development. Motivation. You will overcome. Take action towards your dreams. Take care of your soul and put you first. Encouragement, blessings of love and joy. Okay, while these people finna sit up here and be getting eaten alive by whatever fucking disease and demon has their ass. Okay, a blaze throne. Somebody booty burning. Somebody booty burning. Okay, it can mean something else. It could definitely mean like a throne, actual throne that's ablaze. But to me, this is saying like they burning. Somebody booty burning. Okay, their throne is ablaze. Their ass is on fire. Okay, we got Metcalf food. Their ass is on fire. Okay, so Metcalf food is one of the petro aspects of Papa Legba, Aloha, and Haitian voodoo. He is often envisioned as a young man or as a demon. Colors are red and black. He favors rum infused with gunpowder. He is often synced with Satan. Bulls, red and black demons. 7 tree leaves is how you venerate him. And he's also venerated in folk Catholicism. So like Catholic shit, that's Catholicism. Catholic. Okay. And Haitian voodoo, he is the patron of the crossroads. and misfortune, destruction, and sorcery. He controls the crossroads and has the power to grant or deny access to all other loas or spirits. He allows the crossing of bad luck and deliberate destruction, misfortune, and injustice. Okay, so he could be on their ass for what they did to you. Okay. Somebody could have thought you was a new soul. Or maybe these people are new souls. Like you could be an ancient soul and these people are no new souls, so they ain't know no better coming for you. Okay? They want to be left alone now. They was fucking with you, but now they want to be left alone. Okay? We do have this raid energy because we have sting operation out here. So again, they could be getting their door kicked in by the FBI, the CIA, or whoever. Okay? Things are taking off with this sting operation. Okay? There's going to be some type of change. Okay? In a situation, 10 toes down. You stood 10 toes down. Okay, you about to get your name clear. I did say that I felt like they was saying something about you doing something that you really didn't do. That was like, I don't know, reporting shit to the police on your ass, and you didn't fucking do it. Okay, but you finna get a clean slate because you've been standing 10 toes down. Okay, they know that you're not lying. They know that you ain't did nothing that these people said that you did. And now the whole family is like fighting each other because they don't know what to do. Because it didn't work. They try to scapegoat you. Okay. Your money about to be stacked up. That's what the spirit said. Your money about to be stacked up, okay? And these people can't do shit about it. And I said they can't do shit about it. They can't make no changes. Okay, you about to even get blessings that was passed down through generations. Somebody think you got a genie or something. You know, they think you got a genie because you always getting out of their traps. You're always getting what you want. Or somebody feels like you always get what you want. Okay? Somebody can feel that. 9-9. Okay, life is out here. And I said, somebody really didn't give a fuck about your life. I don't know why they didn't feel like you had any significance. I don't know. The beginning of this reading, if y'all just not getting here, tap in. What's up, Sage Mo? Okay. If y'all just not getting here, look, go back and watch the beginning of this video. Because I couldn't really describe the weird energy that I was feeling, but it was like, they just didn't really, I don't know. They didn't think that you like existed in a real sense, that like you was a human being. Like, I don't know why somebody would think like that about somebody else. They could see you living and breathing as a human, but they really didn't regard you as a human life. Like you were of insignificance to this person or to this family or whatever. Like they didn't see you as a person. Okay? And somebody just played with your fucking life. Okay? How long you been in here, Sage Mo? I didn't see you. You said, hey, much power and peace. It said, before I knew better and didn't understand the movies, had me scared too. Yeah. I said, yeah, be careful. Very careful who you invest in because practitioners with no morals will look and see into your future and destiny swap. They'll try to. They'll try, but they really can't do that shit. They can't do that shit. And if that's why they be trying to kill people, because they would have to kill you in order. Like two people can't be walking in at the same time, you know? But that's when I don't trust people, especially when it comes to like spiritual shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't be trusting people on that shit. Because I don't know who they talking to. Everybody got a different spirit team too. Okay? Like different readers. Everybody got, I mean, we can have like similar spirits. We can have the same spirits in our spiritual courts or whatever. But I mean, somebody can literally be talking to Satan. And that's who they deal with. And that's that they can literally be doing that shit. You just gotta be careful, you know? So I believe in voodoo until I was 26. I thought all forms of witchcraft was fake. You know, that's the thing about voodoo. It don't matter if you believe in it or not. Or just spiritual powers and practices and shit like that. Like, it literally could be people like, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus. They'll be like that for real, but don't none of that shit matter if somebody's connected to the divine source. Like, it don't fucking matter. Like, your shit will still fuck that motherfucker up. I'm just saying. You know? So it don't matter. As a matter of fact, it work even better if somebody don't believe in it. Because then it can just prove itself to be true. You know? They'll be like, I don't believe in that shit. That's crazy. You don't gotta believe in it. But you will later. You will later. Straight up. So, oh my God, it's time. So it just got here. I said, because my neighbor came in and couldn't focus for a minute. So yeah, they be trying it. It's best to learn and read yourself and go to your own spiritual team. Yeah. That's what I recommend. I recommend that. Going to your own spiritual team. But I be here to connect people and guide people and show them the way. But get to your own spiritual team. Get your own connection to the divine infinite all, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. Straight up. It said, we all have archangels, a spiritual team, and ancestors that's assigned to us. That's facts. Get to know them. It said, all I knew was Harry Potter, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. That was my shit. Sabrina the Teenage Witch was. Okay. You said, that's why I thought it wasn't real, but I believe now. It said, oh, I seen your cosmic identity. It makes sense uniquely for you. Ashe. Somebody's life finna be real good. Okay. That's what the spirit said, renewal. You finna get a renewal in your life. That's what we asking for, spirit, because we tired of this shit, okay? Something was a real close encounter. Like, you really could have got away by the hair of your chinny chin chin. Okay? You really could have, okay? You had to get it out the mud. Like, somebody really went through something. Okay? Somebody got the solar angels. Look, you said something about my cosmic identity. And now we got the solar. It's an angel type. They have humanoid bodies sometimes, okay? But the solar angels are the greatest warriors of goodness. Solars typically do not interact directly with mortals. To summons a solar and bargain with it, you must be a wizard. You said Harry Potter. You must be a wizard and destroy an item of great evil in the solar's name. Crush a powerful evil in the world or offer an evil relic as a part of the summoning. The solars are warrior angels. They're tracking angels. So these are the angels that would track your ass and run your ass down. Okay? They're guardian angels and they're also sages. So they'll purify. And remember I said the next batch of kids that come in, like, you know how they have the rainbow children, the star seeds, and, you know, the crystalline children and all that stuff. They are called the sages. So that those babies may just be these solar angels reincarnated. Okay? Because the next batch of kids that come in on a spiritual wave, the soul wave, is going to be the sages, a group of sages. And they're going to be killers. And I said they was warriors. Remember how I've been prophesizing on the sages, if y'all been here for a minute, but I've been prophesizing on these babies that's supposed to be born, and they're supposed to be like I said, the sages or whatever. But I said they might be like straight warriors for the divine. They might be taking motherfuckers out of the earth because they're here to cleanse. It's a cleansing energy, a purifying energy. They're going to cleanse the evil off the earth. And they might have personalities similar to Denzel Washington in the Book of Eli, even though it might not be like apocalyptic, but they may have that type of personality, these children that are being born. Okay. So yeah, but nobody can stand against the solar's divine might, that angel. Okay. What else do we have, divine spirit? All right, so somebody didn't do that risk assessment, that safety assessment when they started to fuck with you, and now they're all in, you know, in a frenzy. Somebody wants to pop up on you or pop up at your house, pull up on you. Spirit saying, don't let nobody in, okay? Don't let nobody in your house if they just pop up or if they, you know, didn't announce themselves. Or if you feel weird and they do announce themselves and they like, hey, I want to come swoop by and see you or pull up on you. Don't let nobody do that at this time, okay? Let me see what else we got, divine spirit. The word. Okay, so the Bible can have something to do with this, or your written word can have something to do with it. The final chapter. So something about the book, maybe the word. Revelations. That's the final chapter of the word. So maybe the book of Revelations is significant here as well. Somebody has excellent emotional regulations. They was counting on you not having excellent emotional regulation. It's not really that hard. Tap the fuck out when you feel like you're getting emotionally overwhelmed. Literally, just take a step back until you feel better. It's gonna make you feel better just by doing it. Just like that's how you regulate your emotions. Think before you say some shit. Take a moment. Think before you say some shit so you can regulate your emotions. That's how you do it. You know, it's real easy. Sometimes grown adults have a problem with doing that. Okay. All right. So what else do we have, divine spirit? Somebody gonna get attacked by an animal. All right. I don't know what that's about, but it really is. That's what's going on. Okay. They could work around children. Okay. So you might be doing something to them kids. And I'm just gonna point that out right there. Okay, 10-10. Because if you're about to get attacked by an animal, whoever you is, you're about to get attacked by an animal, you work with these kids, probably doing something to them kids, and that's the way the spirit finna get your ass. Okay? Let's see. What else do we have out here, spirit? Administration of justice and security, a master's degree. It gives you the understanding of justice, ethics, risk management, public policy, crime prevention, and criminal law. So somebody can have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree and could work around children. Okay? Just because you got a piece of paper doesn't mean shit to God. I just want you to understand that the divine infinite all does not give a fuck about your man-given doctrine, degree, whatever it is. God doesn't give a fuck about that shit because that has nothing to do with him. Her, him. Father, mother, God. Okay? Anyways, somebody was definitely in hoe energy. They wanted you in hoe energy, but you're not in hoe energy. Okay? You could be giving this person the cold shoulder. You could have been married to this person. I already said that, but it's another card out here talking about you were divorced. Okay? So that's just confirmation that you could have been married to this person, okay? You're refusing to talk to this person, whoever you were married to. You're not talking to them, okay? So you could have maced this person, or you could just carry mace, but somebody definitely did mace their ex-person, okay? What the hell? We got Morpheus out here, so y'all already know what that means. The Matrix energy, spiritual assassin energy. Somebody's dreams could be coming true because he's also known for the dreams. Okay, somebody could be sleep. Morpheus could have put them to sleep. Because remember how I said that they were stuck in a time loop? And Morpheus and Father Time are connected. Okay? And he's the one that puts them to sleep and gets people stuck. Like he'll make them an NPC in this reality. Okay? 11-11. All right. Somebody can literally rely on Morpheus. Maybe somebody has a connection to Morpheus and you can rely on Morpheus. Maybe he wanted you to know that. Spiritual assassin. You can call him Dream. Okay. I'm trying not to give his actual name, but he lives with the fairies. Okay. All right. So somebody could be having the negative effects of mourning a past loved one. They could be like, somebody could have passed or crossed over. They still ain't got over it. They could be like experiencing alcoholism, depression, mood swings, all the stuff that comes with mourning someone. Okay, not wanting to do the things that they used to do or they like to do before. Somebody could be being affected by someone's passing in a negative way. Okay. Which I'm not going to say that I don't understand that because I do understand that. Like when my kidnapper grandma died, I was still sad. Okay. I was like so sad. Okay. But when you know about spirituality, you know that when a loved one crosses over, they become a spiritual guide for you. You get what I'm saying? They become your guide. They become an ancestor that now they can help you make it through the matrix. They can guide you. They can help you now. Now they're going to be your eyes on the other side. And you'll have a relationship with them. And it'll probably be a closer relationship than you ever had with them on the earth. You can still have that relationship with them if you are connected to the divine infinite all. Okay, because energy never dies. They don't be dead. They don't be dead. Like at all. Okay. Somebody could have a Fortune 500 company. Okay. Or it could be a federal prison. That's a Fortune 500 company. Okay. And I did say somebody is going to jail. Somebody's getting locked up. So federal prison is out here. And that could be a multi-million-dollar industry too or something. I'm sure it is. Okay. Somebody's going to jail. Something is also going to make the news. You're about to get a lot of attention. Spirit says stay away from them. I said that, but I just want y'all to see that. It do say stay away from these people. Stay away from these people from your past. Okay. Their last name could be Henderson. Okay. A main road. It could be a road called Henderson. A street called Henderson. Okay. What else? Divine Spirit. The Great Floods of Mississippi and the Missouri Rivers of 1993. That's significant as well. 1993 is significant. Okay. What else do we have? They wasn't after me. They was after her. And we had strange dreams. And now I have one of my dreams downloads in here. Because sometimes I'll be having dreams and I just put it in the oracle because it's easier for me to keep track of my dreams. I'll just store it in the oracle and I'll always have it and it'll eventually come out and remind me of it. So in one of these dreams, I had a fucking dream. I'm sorry, I had to cut myself off. I had a fucking dream. I always be having dreams at these old locations that I was at. Like I had a dream, I think it was yesterday night. Not yesterday night, the night before yesterday. That I was back at this criminal fucking law enforcement family's house again. Like I always be having strange ass dreams there, but this dream took place there too, right? And then there was a police officer that I grew up with, fucking Alicia Gomez, but her last name was Woodbury at first. I went to high school with her, elementary school, all that shit, right? And in the dream, she's in her police uniform. She's acting like she gonna help me. She lived 2 houses down from the kidnapper mama that I'm staying with, right? And in the dream, we started at the kidnapper mama house, but we wasn't inside of it. We was just outside of it. And then she like walked me down 2 houses down, which was her grandmother's house. And then there was a car that pulled up and they rolled their window down and they stuck a gun out the fucking window. And I thought they was finna shoot me. They shot her motherfucking ass. And I'm like, oh shit, they shot her. Are they gonna kill me? They didn't even kill me. Like they looked at me and was like, you good? And they drove off. Like, you get what I'm saying? They killed her and they didn't kill me. And that's a real person in real life. So I assume that something like that probably will happen to her ass. Okay. But anyways, that's the download right there. And it says, don't forget to pray and give ashe. Younger generations are getting crowned with the matriarch and the patriarch positions because the elders have failed the people that they were supposed to raise. Right? So the divine is literally overlooking y'all mamas and y'all aunties and y'all uncles and shit. Okay? And going straight to y'all and crowning y'all because they don't have any fucking home training. Okay? They be telling on themselves too. Okay? You also have a very good developed sense of compassion for other people. The canvas can do miracles is out here. So you have a blank slate, a clean slate. And it's also given when Morpheus was in that all white room. Okay? In the middle of nowhere. That's where he lives. And in The Matrix, the movie, y'all watch the Spiritual Assassin video, okay? Y'all watch the Spiritual Assassin video that I made, okay? It's called Beings from the Eon, Spiritual Assassin. Watch that video. Because if you put it 2 and 2 together, it says on the edge of nowhere, right? That's where he lives. And it's where the fairies live and everybody else live that's magical. They live all over there and shit, right? And in the movie, The Matrix, they had him in the middle of fucking nowhere. He was just in the white nowhere, nothingness. You know? But anyways, somebody could be having an awkward silence because they are looking at how this situation turned out. And then we have 81st birthday. So somebody is going to live a very, very, very long life. That's our last card. It is. I gotta go up soon. I'm looking at y'all comments so I can go up. I want to read y'all comments, but I also have to pee. I always have to pee. You said you love Charm. Oh, I love Charm too. All right, I'm finna go up in these comments, and I'm finna go pee. And if y'all want to stay and listen to me read y'all comments and have a conversation, then stay. But I gotta pee. I'll be right back. All right, y'all know I gotta dry my hands, so hold on. But my little closet is open, so y'all don't get to hear the zipper because my closet is already open. Oh, y'all stayed. Y'all so sweet. All right, let me see. I'm gonna put this down on my blanket, y'all. I'm gonna put y'all on my blanket. All right. Now, where was I at? I was at the charmed one. The charmed comment. You said Sabrina was your girl. But y'all too young for Bewitched. Nope. I watched Bewitched now. I did watch Bewitched. And I Dream of Jeannie. I watched Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. So I remember that. I'm up there with you. Miss Pam. You said, Natalie, I resonated highly as a child with you. You said, that's also when I knew magic spiritually was real. Ashe. You said, the blue hands, and that's your challenge. That is police force that has the hidden operation. They their own challenge. I ain't did shit to them people. I've done nothing to them police at all. When I seen my kidnapper daddy being the sheriff and stuff, I used to think he was so cool. And like his outfit, like he looked like an army man to me because he used to like wear, like at night, he would wear like all black with his big ass like rifle gun and shit. I looked up to them motherfuckers. And then I found out they were criminals. And I was like, okay, that ain't right. You know? I said the indigo children. Ashe. He said, yep, the sages are here. Your son is one. Okay, yeah, so your son could definitely be a sage if it's one. Yeah, if your baby one, that's a sage. And they have like supernatural abilities, the sages. And it's going to be very young because they're going to come with their previous knowledge. Like how they say we forget everything and all that when we born and all that other stuff. Not no more. Not with the sages. They're going to be having their previous knowledge from their past lives and who they are and where they come from as far as like, you know, wherever they come from. Because there's multiple places they can come from in the universe. Yeah. So I feel like movies can either make someone believe in magic or it can make someone skeptical. Movies have made me believe in it. I always believed in it. I remember I seen this little green fucking thing in real life though, in the house that I grew up in. As soon as we moved in that house, I see it was like a little troll or some shit. I don't know what it was, but it was in the motherfucking hallway. It was like 4 inches tall, and it had like it was green. It had like fucking hands and everything. I don't know if it was a troll. I don't know what the fuck the shit was, but I seen that shit in real life. I was a kid, but I'm just saying I really did see it. It said Generation Beta. I was telling people put a family ancestral name attached to these new babies. What's Beta? Is that like what's happening now? Because I don't be really doing the generational shit. I don't know. Is that the people that's being born right now? Generation Beta. You say your son was born already on assignment. He's a warrior. Ashe. Protect that baby. If you have kids and you know how to do magic, use it to protect your children. Just like grandma did, great grandma did. Use it. For real. You said, I think Generation Alpha will activate like the X-Men between now and 2030. That's how it's really going to take place, right? Because we all like going to be strategically placed wherever we need to be strategically placed in the world. I mean, in the world, because the earth is the chessboard, right? And it's going to be where we're not even all together, but we're all activated and we're doing, it's like a program, like literally we're all activated and we're doing whatever it is that needs to be done. I believe that. So I was wondering about the kids that all the teachers are talking about being unable to read now. I was thinking, how many are just gifted? Or they probably ain't doing their job. No disrespect to anybody that's a teacher, but I'm saying they got their job cut out for them. I wouldn't even want my kids in the school. Y'all already know that whole school system shit. I don't fuck around with the goddamn school system. Nah. You're better off educating your kids because you're going to tell your kids some shit they actually going to need. Okay? They don't need biology unless they going to become a biologist. And how many other fucking students do that shit? Out of the whole high school, you might get 2 or 3 biologists. Okay? Doctors, nurses out of the class. You get what I'm saying? That graduates. But most of them kids, they do be gifted, but they be trying to put them on fucking drugs and shit. Adderall and shit, put them in these fucking behavioral classes, but really the teachers don't understand because they're not gifted. Sorry, teachers. You might be a gifted teacher, but I'm talking about spiritually gifted. You get what I'm saying? So they wouldn't understand those type of kids anyways. They would not fucking understand them. They would try to be labeling them as fucking ADD, ADHD, fucking they need Ritalin, they need whatever the fuck they give them kids. That's not natural, you know? And the truth of the matter is that they don't know nothing about no gifted children because they're not gifted. And the teachers are taught. Y'all have to understand that. Teachers are taught. So what they teaching your kids is what the fuck somebody told them to teach them. What they were taught to teach. And they have to follow exactly what the fuck they being told to teach. So they really can't go outside of that if they want to keep their job. You know? So, So the only reason I now believe is because I didn't realize I was doing Bible magic until someone told me I was doing it. That's when I started researching different spiritualities. I always knew the Bible was a magical fucking book. I always knew that. That's why I keep one to this day. I don't care if something happens, if I have to hit up a dollar store, a fucking Dollar General, I'm going to get me a Bible. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to get me one because it is a powerful book and there's Bible magic all in it. And that's what they put in the fucking gospel on y'all asses when y'all go to church. But you can use it for yourself and become very powerful. And you can go closer to the divine. You'll get like a different understanding. You'll be given the gift of like discernment and you'll be able to rightfully divide the word of truth. Like I can read through the Bible and understand everything that it's saying and not get confused. Like some people can't read like straight through it. They'll be like, what the fuck? Because they're not understanding what it's saying. But I can literally read that shit as if it's like a regular book with the arts and the thous and the theis and the saiths and all that shit. You know, you get a whole different understanding of it. I advocate everybody get a Bible, but you should also get other books too. You should get other books too. You should get the Egyptian Book of the Dead, get the Emerald Tablets, get the Book of Enoch, get the Apocryphas, you know, get the Gospel of Thomas, go get all that shit. Not just the one book. And put that shit together and make some shit happen. But also be looking at, like I said, other, like you said, those other spiritualities, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, look at the fucking Hindu gods, look at the Celtic gods or whatever, look at all of them. Look at the Greek gods. It's all going to really align. If you actually look at all of it, it's all going to really align. And that's why I prefer that one God, many faces type energy, because it's really one God, many faces. It just changes per lineage. They say Papa Legba in the Greek pantheon would just be Hermes. Hermes. That's Papa Legba. Baby Papa Legba, Elegua, in Catholicism is the Holy Child of Atosha, which is white baby Jesus. Okay? They just depict him as white, but we know he ain't white. Okay? He said, yes, the hounds of hell are on earth. I think they get motherfuckers. I always watch the St. Louis news because I be trying to see if one of these motherfuckers that heard Alicia Smiley gonna end up on that motherfucker. So I'm subscribed to their channel or whatever, and so I can get their live newscast and shit. And this lady had got attacked by some dogs and died in St. Louis. It was like 2 weeks ago. Literally, she was just walking through like an alley, and a group of rabid dogs caught up with her and attacked her and killed her. And I didn't even say anything because I'm past judgment, but I was just like, that is a sign. That's a sign. That's the hounds of hell right there. So I could have got married, but I would have to become a Pharisee, and that would have made you very unhappy. Why? What do you mean the Pharisees? Why would that have made you unhappy to get married? He said, exactly, my baby father works at CPS and the worker is very well used against me. Custody battle. I'm in peace and not worried. My child is safe. Bringing them down, right? He is spiritual FBI. Ashe on that. Like I said, if you got kids, definitely do the work on the kids. I don't give a fuck. Even if they got you pissed off and in a circumstance where your child may have done something to fucking sabotage the situation, if you truly love your child, but you're going to do some type of fucking voodoo. You're going to pray. You're going to do something to make sure that your child is safe and can't nobody fuck with them. He said someone kept trying to get with me. The idiot ended up snitching on himself. He was trying to be a homosexual. Oh, hell to the fuck no. Nobody will ever live with me. Like, nobody. Ever, ever, ever again. I don't give a fuck. Because I just have so much peace. And the energy is so different when you allow somebody to live in your house with you. Like, the energy is just so different. And it ain't enough room. Me and my spirits take up enough, and my daughter's attitude, that take up enough. She's a sweet girl when she want to be, but y'all, I'll be telling y'all she be having a little motherfucking attitude. She do be sometimes having a little attitude. She's so sweet, but then she be so, like, she a sour patch, just like that fucking little cat that I have. Okay? But yeah, I don't fuck around. Can't nobody live in my motherfucking house. Straight up. They changed the whole vibe of your shit. They changed the whole fucking vibe of your shit. And they be trying to act like they run some shit, and nah. I have to do a story time of when I let people live with me. Maybe that'll be the next video that I do. It'll be interesting. When I let people live with me in my house. And it did not go well. It did not go well. You know? He said, nope, I ain't not running no hotel, no motel, no Holiday Inn. This ain't the Motel 6. We do not keep the lights on. I know that's right. He said, I'm staying away. He said, yes, my grandmother passed, but I saw my son royalty before I knew I was pregnant. Tubal ligation. But she prophesied him as already between realms. I rubbed her feet with my tears. I said, wow, that's so true. The kids will have to lead. Yeah, they're going to have to. He said, have y'all heard of the Egyptian Book of the Dead? I found one at 5 and below. If you get it, did you get it? Did you get that? Get the Book of Thoth, too. Get the Book of Thoth. I like to do bookomancy. Y'all know how many books I had at first, but I had to leave in St. Louis. So I'm slowly building back up my books, but I'm not really, I haven't really gotten as many as I would like. He said, yes, they were surviving, sleeping, incest, anything to tarnish my family name under the rug. And now, as a universal whole, the rug has lifted. Facts. So yeah, the elders already let the crack era get out of hand. And it was king for those decades. Now the Most High is skipping them and crowning their youth. That's what I feel like, because we have more fucking sense. And I'm just going to be honest. I feel like it. I'm sorry if you're an elder person, because you might be an elder person with some sense. And I respect my elders. I actually love sitting with older people and hearing their stories and hearing the things that they have survived. Like, I always have been drawn to elder people because they had elder, like the ones before our mothers, aunties, uncles, and them, the ones before them, the real old ones. That's where the knowledge came from. That's who taught you how to, fix them collard greens. Pick them greens out the garden and stuff, But those older people have like died out, and now their kids are left, and they just failed, and they failed their kids, and then there's some of us in our generation that are fucked up, And I'm an 80s baby, so I heard 105, but I already read that. You said I saw a tarot deck and a Ouija board in there, but I only got the book. A Ouija board is nothing but a spirit board. If you just look up spirit board, there'll be all kinds of spirit boards that pop up. The Ouija board will pop up too, but they won't say Ouija board, but it'll just be like fancy designs. I have made one before. I don't have it anymore, but I did make one. But they'll just have all kinds of designs. It's nothing but a fucking spirit board. And I think people be fucking up because they really don't be knowing who they talking to and who they summons. And I feel like it's like like a pendulum, but you can get more answers. I feel like if they directed the energy towards someone, like if they wanted to speak directly to, whoever or whatever deity, you know what I'm saying? And they were talking directly to that deity, then I think it will work out just fine. I think it will work out just fine. But I ain't never had no Ouija board. But I mean, I have, but I haven't, because I never bought a Ouija board. But I made a spirit board, and it's the same damn thing. You can make a spirit board and put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can put all the days of the month on there. You can put letters. You can put zodiac signs on a spirit board. You can make one, and ask the spirit to guide your pendulum over it, all that shit, and figure it out. So I saw the first 2 seasons of Magicians. It was going hard. Is that on Netflix? Magicians? Because I don't really watch too much TV. And I've been bored lately, y'all, too, in between working. You said there are spiritual awakenings happening, massive, especially what you just spoke on, the crown children, because the elders was programmed to survival mode and drop the ball. Yeah. And I'm talking about the generations that would like let the men molest the little kids in the house because he was paying the bill. That's the generation of people, that would have dropped the ball here. The ones that sweep under the rug, that uncle such and such touches all the fucking kids in the family. Those are the elders that we're talking about that dropped the ball. You said the craft and the eyes wide shut are highly resonated as a child, I believed. I don't think I've seen Eyes Wide Shut. I might have. Does that got Samuel L. Jackson in it? He said, yes, the autism they tried to create in these kids through vaccines and formulas backfire. Now the autism are displaying gifts that are amazing. But I do want to say this about autism, though. That shit didn't exist in the motherfucking 80s. That shit didn't exist in the motherfucking 90s. It did not exist in fucking 2000. It did not exist in 2010s. I don't think so. I think it came around the 2010 era. Tell me if I'm wrong with the autism shit. Just like that fucking gluten-free shit. That did not exist either. It didn't. It did not. It's a bunch of shit that did not exist when I was growing up. He said, it is hard to read if you don't understand the meaning of words. That's facts. That's facts too, but they would need somebody to break down them words for them. They would have to be taught etymology, but they ain't teaching that shit in high school. They ain't even teaching cursive no more. Because they know these kids got superpowers and they'll end up cursing the shit out of their ass. You said your grandmother taught you the craft, well protected your gifts, and she gifted you the power of the Psalms as a child. Yes, books called me. I love books. Hashtag a bitch love books. Okay. You said I have the Book of the Dead, the books from the Court Life, the Golden Medieval. I like that. You said I love the power of the Psalms. You said plus the Bible is what's going to condemn the higher ups who twisted it to control us. That's their judgment. That's why it's looking like the book of Revelations more and more every single day. We lived through it. I think it was Revelations 18 is literally describing September 11th, 9/11. And it just said 9/11 until somebody left, but now it says 8. But it said 9/11, 9 viewers and 11 watches. But that's the scripture, Revelations 18. So 1 and 8, okay? But if you read the scripture of the Revelations 18, it's going to describe everything about New York and the Twin Towers and the 2 birds. They're just planes. The 2 birds that run into these towers, and it shall be no more within 1 hour, and the towers collapse within 1 hour. It's all in the book of Revelations, but that could be considered also predictive programming, like if you're not looking at it on a religious basis and you're not looking at it like as, a holy, holy, holy book. It's a magical book. But what I'm saying is there were some people that knew the power of writing, and they could have manipulated that. I'm just saying. Okay. They definitely could have manipulated that. Because in the church, it was too religious. Even though they believed in receiving the Holy Ghost and speaking in tongues, I seen through the deception. I never got the Holy Ghost. I got baptized 15 million times, and I was still seeing spirits and still hearing spirits. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? You know? I ain't never get it. I never got it. And it always looked ridiculous to me. And then I grew up in this family that they would always like fake shout. Like they would be so over exaggerating in this shit, like just to be seen, you know. But that speaking in tongues thing too, I got a problem with that too. And you new here, so you probably ain't never heard my problem with it. Is because they cannot fucking spell that shit. I'm gonna need you to spell hashamana. I'm gonna need you to spell that motherfucking shit for me. Write it down. And then, you know, so we can see it and we can know like what the fuck you saying and shit. Because it's for the edification of the church. How the fuck are you edifying me speaking in tongues and I don't understand what the fuck you're saying and nobody else does either? Right? So it's for the edification. That's what the scripture says. The tongues is for the edification of the church. Who is being edified? Nobody knows what the fuck you're saying. Can you write that shit down, please? We can look it up or something, you know? And if it's truly tongues, no matter what language is being spoken, everybody in the room will understand. You can have somebody who speaks fucking Vietnamese. You can have somebody who speaks English, somebody who speaks French, somebody who speaks fucking Zimbabwean or whatever the fuck their language is. You can have all these Mexicans, somebody who speaks Spanish too, all in one room. And if you're truly speaking in tongues, there is no need for a translator because that is when the Holy Spirit is supposed to come in and translate. Tell me if I'm making sense now, people. This is when the Holy Spirit is supposed to come in and translate this energy for us to understand. We shouldn't need Google Translate, and we shouldn't be looking around like, what the fuck did they just say? And why does it all sound the same? I just want to know. Why all sound the same? It's weird. So this is a sign that I'm on the right path spiritually. Ashe said, Natalie, yes, my grandmother was a birthright medicine woman. She passed it to me. I have skeleton key on my back as ancient wisdom and knowledge keeper from her. Ashe, ashe, ashe. That's beautiful energy. You see, I just ran into some knowledge about Shi Kui Jing, the breathing exercise, and the Chi energy kind of drew me. See, I like that too, because you can literally take something from every practice. Like you literally can, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. They're all right in some way. In some way. And then they're all like wrong in some way. All the religious practices, but they're all right in some way. And they all also have flaws in some way. You get what I'm saying? So y'all mentioning books I already have or on my list of books I need to buy. These are y'all mentioning all the books that I left in St. Louis that I do not have anymore. And I don't have those books no more. But y'all also making me feel like, okay, you need to get your books back up, bitch. Because now you have a place again. You need to get your books back up. You know? So I can't fucks with the board. I don't even want to type my name. I think the Witch board movies just push me away from it. Like, okay, there's tools for everything. I've never used a Ouija board, but I have made a spirit board before. It wasn't a Ouija board though, but it was because it's the same damn thing. It's the same thing, but it didn't say Ouija board. I didn't go buy it. I literally made me one, and I put, like I said, like the zodiac signs. I put letters and numbers, and I will hold my pendulum above it and get more in-depth messages with the pendulum because the pendulum is only yes or no. You get what I'm saying? But if you have a spirit board with a pendulum, then you can get more answers. You can get words. You can get dates and times. It just depends on what your board says. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know if it's a witch board, though. I don't think it's a witch board. I don't know. I've never fucked with it. Not a Ouija board. I have all my spiritual tools. I really like pendulums. I like cards, but my favorite way to communicate with spirit is with no tools at all. And just have a conversation with them. That's my favorite way to do it. But they introduced tools to me because a lot of shit was taking place in my life, and that can jumble up your downloads and your messages when you're being spiritually attacked and you have all this weight on your shoulders and you can't really focus and shit like that. It kind of makes it harder to hear spirit. So when those times come along, that's when you can use your tools to help you, you know? So also a good book is Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. They silence him for speaking his knowledge. he was active in with aliens, JFK, the Queen, etc. And this was in the 80s. They're not really going to be able to do that no more, like silence people because of their knowledge. They shouldn't have a reason to try to do no shit like that to me, because I really don't give a fuck about touching the masses and shit. I don't. There's literally only 288,000 souls. And I feel like that's throughout time. Throughout time that need to be reached, right? So everybody else is a fucking NPC. They're a part of the matrix. They're not even real. They do not have a soul. They do not exist beyond the three-dimensional realm. Meaning when they die, they see black. They don't see shit. They don't see shit. Okay? And they can't go to a different realm of reality because they only existed here in this computer system, this Xbox, this big ass Xbox that we live in. Okay? It says Sage Mode. Movies make everything spiritual seem evil. Magic can be used for good and for bad. It can be, but you know what? I also think this. I do feel like some certain movies are real, like all kinds of movies are real because they come from someone's like imagination and shit. I don't know if y'all ever seen like a Rob Zombie movie or whatever. When people like write movies, that's like what's in their mind, what's in their imagination. So that's what makes the shit real, you know, because it's real to them. You said Eyes Wide Shut is about secret parties, secret cults, covens, etc. Like the masquerade parties we seeing now. Says them be them orgies. That's what them be. The masquerade parties. Them orgies. Okay? They just showing us in the movies the beginning when they're all dancing and getting drunk, having their drinks with their mask on, and then they cut scene before they do the orgies. Okay? So yeah, they turn their cheek now. It's a lot of Gen X and millennials who have been touched, running around, extra perverted, crashing out. Nobody wants to get married because everybody done had one another. I pray that my kids don't be whores because I don't like that energy. But a lot of people have been touched on and molested and all this other stuff. I did a really hard reading one time, or it was a hard message that I had to do, and it was, I don't know if y'all remember this, but it was a while back, and I said a lot of these people aren't even gay, that they had just been molested, and that caused a rift in their sexual identities. And that was like hard truths that I had to put on the community, okay? And that literally caused them a rift in their sexual identities. Like now they're fucked up because of it. It said, bitch, been knowledge seeking, okay? Books love, okay? You said rumors or war is in Revelations. The Bible is the biggest spell book there is. Facts. And they got a whole bunch of people underneath that spell. Right? When you come out of the spell, then you're able to like wield the power of the Bible and the magic of it. You're able to like use it and like power. Speak the word and shit be happening, you know? Said it's crazy. I only think about the GATE program when somebody mentions it. I remember in elementary, after the test, they took students away. Some were put in the military as psychics and other as Manchurian. You said the GATE program. Is that about the movie? Because I remember a movie like that that's like what you just described. Except for the movie, they was like killing the ones that didn't pass the test and the other ones were used for something. You know? It says speaking in tongues is word witching, but their own will understand the meaning. Right. They're all like being on some weird shit. It said universal language. That's facts. Said tongues are casting spells. Not true tongues, but the tongues these people is speaking in these churches, that is some type of witchcraft. Because what the fuck is you saying? What the fuck? Say what now? And don't put your fucking hands on me. Like that shit. Like don't be laying no motherfucking hands on me, bro. Sister, preacher. Don't be laying no hands on me. I don't like that because that's a transfer of spirits. That motherfucker can have some shit on them and they talking that mumbo jumbo, and the whole time they're getting their demons off of them and putting them on you because they touching you. You say spiritual and celestial tongues too. Just take people in the next room and give them primers, 3, 4, 5 words. I believe in that too, the spiritual and celestial tongues. So that's because all the religion books were took and twisted. You have to rip and tear the pages and make a personal collage. That's exactly how it works. Put the pieces of the puzzle together. You said that Malachi Z. York Holy Tablet is where the most of these conscious content creators got their whole style from. Now, I've heard of Dr. Malachi York. Isn't he supposed to be in prison for like some child shit? I don't know if he really did that, and I'm not saying that he did that, because I do believe that they be trying to keep people that are really spiritual and gifted down, and they be trying to find any way to just attack their character. I'm not sure about what he's in jail for, if he is in jail, or I could be thinking of somebody else, but I think he's in jail. But he has done, I've heard of some of his stuff, but I never read that. So all these books are used by man to control people. You got to read between the lines and find out the truth. That is facts. He said, when people say witchcraft, they're really without knowing, asking witchcraft. Like, witchcraft are you using? Like, which witchcraft are you using? Oh, okay. They definitely using a craft. We know that. I don't know if I necessarily like the word witchcraft. I'd rather like say mismanagement of energies or something like that. Because everybody has some type of power, which is why you got to be nice to people. Or, yeah, you don't got to be kind. You got to be, well, you don't got to be nice. You got to be kind, you know, because everybody has some type of power within them or around them. You say you got some stories about some people that you was living with, girl, or they was living with you. Maybe I'll do that and give examples, because, baby, I have one for the books with this huge, that's a huge bitch, with this huge bitch called Sister Tawana that I let live in my house. And I promise you I weigh like 100 pounds. And this bitch, this big 450-pound bitch jumped on me in my house, y'all. But I'm going to save it for a story time, because she was jealous of the nigga that I had. The one that was beating the fuck out of me from the military I was telling y'all about. Let me save it. Okay? Because that motherfucker had like fucking PTSD or some shit. Waking up in the middle of the night, choking me out, bitch. Talking about some war fucking dreams and shit, nigga. You need whole help. But anyways. I said, yeah, my life is literally the Truman Show. I feel like that about my life, too. Said, my T-Rose, you're so powerful, beloved Ashe. He said, Rain, girl, I have been through some shit. You would be like, what the fuck? Facts. And he said, it's all to push you into your power, your purpose, and mission. That's facts as well. You said most of that molestation happened in the crack era. Either adults were too doped up to pay attention, or drug dealers or a drug dealer with money had his way. That's why I say Gen X and millennials. Yeah, those are the elders that I'm talking about. The ones that was grown in the 80s doing that shit. And then they fucked their generations up. And then their generations were fucked up. And now we're here. She says she feel your power. Ashe, she TY. She is highly empathic. She said, that's why I don't like people touching me. Plus, people can put oils and powders on their hands and go around hexing people. That's facts, too. I don't like people touching me because I'm very sensitive to energy, and then people do be trying to hex motherfuckers. I don't even really like to shake hands or none of that shit. Don't fucking touch me. I remember when I was in Louisiana, this white girl at the fucking Dollar General, my hair was down. And she was like, oh my God, look at your hair. It's so pretty. Is it real? And I kind of like yanked back like, yes. Like, why are you touching my hair? Like, she literally grabbed a handful of my hair and was like, oh my God. I was like, girl, what the fuck? I was so offended because I don't know her. She just was like a clerk at the Dollar General. And she straight grabbed a handful of my hair. She wasn't yanking it or nothing. She was just like, oh my God, like running through her fingers and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you touching me? I had to wash my hair. Get that energy up out of there, bitch, because what are you trying to do? So it's a high vibration. I feel from you. I see a crown as well. Crown of success. Your book, get to writing your story. Ashe. You said the gay program was in elementary. They came there and did frequency and vision tests to the students who passed, were taken away. And those are today's Mercury and Canad. Okay, I think I do remember something like that in elementary school, like the vision test and the frequency test. I do remember that. Those are the hearing test and the frequency test. I remember that as a kid. So I'm literally working on my story. It's a lot to say. So I felt you, my TY, years ago. Was told just by spirit to let's continue to heal. Let her continue to heal. Ashe. So I remember that. And I'm trying to find the right moment, but I'm just going to go for it. Go for it, girl. Go for it. Straight up. You said the Mercurian candidates, special agents, psychics whose powers are activated working for them people. But that's what I'm saying, though. Once you work for those people, you don't get to keep your powers. Spirit don't play like that. Like, you don't get to keep the connection with the divine. Like, you don't get to keep that shit. Once those type of people get a hold of you, you don't get to keep your powers. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like if you doing some psychic shit, you know, for the government, which I said I would if it's like missing child cases and shit like that. I would do that. I would and define bodies, like solve murder cases and shit like that. I would do some psychic shit like that. But it would be like per case. Like, I don't want no contract type shit. You pay me cash and I, you know what I'm saying? I give you the information you need, you know, that type shit. But I'm not like, I feel like if you became like a part of like a government official thing, like you're a part of the fucking CIA or some shit, or the FBI, like you belong to those people. But I do believe that the divine infinite all may have certain people in place in these areas. But I'm also saying like it's a strong possibility, like when they sign up for the army and shit like that, and the military and shit like that, them people put all type of fucking shots and chemicals into your body. You become you become on their program and not the divine program, you know. He said, my sister Alicia, I was spiritually aligned to you. You help me as I help you / others on this journey. Ashe, ashe, ashe. He said, they framed Malachi. He pointed out religion, and he was talking about a prison planet and agenda 20, 30, 50 years ago. I mean, I figured, I only looked a little bit into it. I mean, some of the stuff that he says, I definitely agree with, but I haven't listened to him enough to say like I'm a stone cold Malachi York fan. But my son's name is Malachi. My son's name is Malachi. So that part, but I'll have to study some more on him. But I think that his kids had ended up coming out, I think, and they were saying that they grew up in a cult. That's what his kids were saying. They were saying like, we grew up in this cult and it was so horrible. Malachi York's kids. Okay. And if I'm correct, he has like a light-skinned kid too. It might be a couple of light-skinned ones. I don't know. But the kids were saying they grew up in some type of cult. I did hear that shit. But I don't judge people because I didn't do my research, so I don't know what happened, you know? Not on his situation, but maybe I will and just take a look. Because when I was getting my spiritual like deprogramming, I was getting my shit from Bobby Hemmett and Brother Panic and Bobby Hemmett. And Sister Myra, I like Sister Myra. Those are the elders. I shade to all of them. I shade Brother Panic because, you know, he recently died. Brother Panic died, I believe, in 2023. I was so sad. If he didn't die in 2023, he died in it was 2023. And Brother Bobby Hemmett, I shaded him as well. I believe Sister Myra is still alive. I said people will yank your hair out and do rituals. Don't even have to know you. Do you know ain't nobody ever touched my hair? Y'all ain't nobody ever fucking did my hair. This one girl who started, her name was Erica. And she worked at Naps in St. Louis. And that was like a high-end salon for natural hair. Like, I pay like literally a month's rent to get these locks that I have in my head started. And I don't think I've ever seen her again. And I'm sure she would love to know like what came of my locks, what came of my hair set, the set of locks that she did. But they are past my ass, my beautiful sister, if you ever come across this video. But that's the only person that ever touch my hair. It's the person who started my locks. And the only reason why I did not start my own locks is because I knew that I wanted to keep these forever, ever. And I wanted them to be certain sizes. I wanted them to look, I wanted them to lay exactly how the fuck I wanted them to lay. You know what I'm saying? But nobody has ever done my hair. I don't let people do my hair. My kids don't let people do their hair either. I don't play about that shit. And if my hair, because you know the little locks, your locks, like they bud. So even though my hair is down to my ass, when I do my hair, the ends of your locks, they still be coming off. They still bud, just like when you have new ones. Every time your locks reach a new phase, the tips of your locks will break off or whatever. So every time that happens, I don't give a fuck where I am. I could be outside or whatever. I don't ever leave my motherfucking hair. I always put it in my pocket, in my little titty or whatever I gotta do. Stick it on the side of my little shirt because y'all know I don't wear no bras. But if I stick it on the side of my little shirt or something like that, I don't ever leave my hair anywhere. Anywhere. I don't give a fuck. So I told you I didn't know the hair was real. I thought you was just unbelievable. It's mine. And it's pretty. And I grew it, and I don't ever plan on cutting it. I don't know how the fuck I'm finna manage this shit because it is already hard to do. It usually takes me like 4 or 5 days to do my hair, but it took me 3 days this time because I changed my mindset. Because I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, this is a lot of hair. And I was like, you really don't even have to do all of this hair. You just have to do your new growth. You're not even going to pay attention to the length. You're paying attention to the new growth, bitch. That's only 3 inches of hair. So I got through it a lot quicker because I wasn't like, oh my God, this is so much hair. But it takes me 3 to 5 days. It just depends on my emotional state, what I'm going through. Do I got time to finish it? And I stay clocked into work the whole time because I just be waiting on phone calls to come through. So I just stay clocked in the whole time. But yeah, this all me. I say you helped me so much, Sister Alicia. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I said my TY. Do it, scared but love. That's from Spirit. Do it, Sage Mo. Yes, indeed. He said, I remember they found a way to use technology to artificially mimic the powers, like they used the technology to mimic what we had back then. I believe that as well. I've had some experience with spirits using technology around me and my kids. Like they can send text messages. If you have an electronic device, a spirit can live in it. They can house themselves in it. Like, period. And they will take over that motherfucker. So, oh my God, this has got me in tears, Ashe. He said, I'm all right, though. You're going to be all right. We're sending you love and confidence to do whatever you got to do. You said AI from ancient time proposed technology to some of the ancestors in ancient times that replaced our real magic conveniently. Nothing really can replace our real magic. Nothing. They know it, though. You know what I'm saying? You said, I see Bobby Hemmett clicks on TikToks because he's never going to die. He's going to live forever because we're going to venerate him. Period, point blank, and Brother Panic. We're going to venerate Bobby Hemmett. We're going to venerate Brother Panic. Those are our elder teachers. Those are the master teachers for the spiritual community. Those are good elders from that era of the 80s when the crack and shit was hitting the streets. Those are the good elders. And it's enough timeless Bobby Hemmett knowledge out here. I'm talking about timeless Bobby Hemmett knowledge that everybody could use. If you can deal with a little cussing, if you can get past the cussing, then you can get a whole bunch of knowledge if you know how to eat the meat and spit out the bones. Because he going to cuss now. Y'all all right? He's going to cuss. But I love me some Bobby Hemmett. It said every convenience comes with a sacrifice. That's facts. So just know your tears are counted by the Most High. They've been collected through all the trials, tribulations. It endured. Every last one will be seen in your book and all the energies that are attached to them. Ashe. Gang, LH is in the building. Justice for Alicia Smiley 2025. Shout out to the Mod Squad of Truth. Justice for Alicia Smiley. Hashtag gratitude. Hashtag soul tribe. Hashtag loyalty. Hashtag truth gang. Hashtag Mod Squad of Truth. Rain's like, hey, LH. Hey. Mod Squad of Truth. You said, do you go by Alicia or Madre? I like Asha because that's what my spirits call me. That's what the Most High calls me. They call me Asha. My highest form is Madre Omega Asha Vaishta. I'm a judge in the spirit realm. Not in the earth realm, but really I am in the earth realm. I just don't have a degree. Like, I am people's judgment. If they come across me and they treat me poorly, then judgment just happens to, like, rain upon their lives after they fuck with me the wrong way. But I prefer Asha. And that's just Alicia without the L and the I. Just take the L and the I out of it. The lie, take the lie out of it. And then you got Asha. But I prefer Asha. So I know your situation is stressful. I'm so sorry you're going through it. Don't do anything crazy because you are a blessing to a lot of people. I won't do anything crazy. I believe in my spirits, okay? I believe in my spirits. But I don't think, I just want to point this out. And y'all can tell me if this is crazy or not. I do not think, because I don't feel like it's murdering them. I actually feel like it's purging. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think that it's wrong for what these people have done to me because they can't give me my 40 years back. They are not trying to give me no motherfucking justice. You ain't trying to give me no motherfucking justice. So I don't feel like that type. I don't feel like that's wrong. If I did happen to do that, you said don't do nothing crazy. But if it happened to go that way, I would be able to stand in the halls of my yacht and get my heart weighed, and it would be light as a feather. I think I would even be feeling relieved. I'm just gonna be honest. I won't do nothing crazy though. I promise. But I'm just saying I don't feel like that outcome is crazy. I feel like that's how this gonna play out if the fuck they don't do something about it. But I'm willing to be patient and willing to long suffer to see what the Lord is going to do on behalf of me and Tavis Sutton and all the other missing children and all of y'all in y'all situations as well. But I don't feel like that would be crazy though. I don't. I feel like that is justified. Because God got killers too, and who knows? I could be born to take these people out. I mean, I could be born to do that. And if I am, I'm okay with that. Thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate it. Justice for Alicia Smiley, 2025. He said, I think that's what they're doing with Optimus uploading subconscious, like with the Neuralink. I don't know how I feel about Elon. I don't know how I feel about Elon. Because he smoked crack, y'all. And he admitted it. He admitted that he smokes crack. So, I mean, he's a millionaire and he's got some pull out, apparently, I guess. You know, I don't know. But I don't know how I feel about him at all. He said, it can only be one master teacher as I researched recently. And yeah, I slept on him. It has to be Malachi, just saying. I don't know. I don't know about it being one master teacher, though. And I say that because there's so many people in the world. That's like saying it can only be one reader. It can't only be one reader because only one reader is not going to reach the masses. They might reach a significant amount of masses, but they're not going to reach everybody in the world because there's too many people. You know what I'm saying? So God puts specific people, or the divine, whatever you want to call it, put specific people in specific places to reach these people that wouldn't be reached otherwise. So if Dr. Malachi York's audience only reached a certain amount of people, then the divine would have Bobby Hemmett also. They can reach these amount of people. And if Bobby Hemmett can't reach these people, then Brother Panic can reach these people. And if Brother Panic can't reach these people, then Sister Myra can reach these people. And I feel like that's how it works. So there's going to be many master teachers, just like Buddha and, you know, Jesus and, you know, whoever else they praise. Okay. Muhammad, whoever else they praise and or whatever, you know. It's just for, it's many different paths. You know what I'm saying? There's many different paths. But I'll check out Malachi though and see, because I'm sure like every teacher is also, they're going to have similar knowledge, but they're also going to have different knowledge as well because they have different spirit teams. But I do know that Bobby Hemmett, Malachi York, and all of them have done conferences together. I know that they have been in the same room with each other, you know? So that's what's up. You said, please stop obsessing with Get Back. You're so much. I'm not obsessed with it. I don't want you to think that that's my goal here. Okay? I appreciate you saying that I'm more than that. I'm definitely not obsessed with it. I don't want you to feel like that's my goal here, but I need you to understand that this is something that has really, 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 she stole my bloodline. I don't really know how to explain this shit. They stole a whole fucking bloodline from me. You only get one life, Miss Empress. You only get one life. 40 years of that life has been stolen from me. Even if they gave me $100 million gazillion dollars in this lifetime as a repayment, it still would not give me back what was stolen from me. There's a relationship with my family, my mother. I will never get that relationship. I will never have that relationship. There's people in that family that I won't never be able to bond with or any of that shit. What was taken from me, I need you to understand, because see, this is a rare situation. And then also, I want you to understand this too. I'm in a position that most people are not in. When people are hurting or someone has done something to someone, they can go to the police, they can get help, and they're going to be listened to. Do you understand? In my situation, I can't go to the police. I can't get help because the ones who are supposed to, that are put in place in the earth realm that's supposed to help me are the ones who have done it to me. So it also makes my situation 10 times harder. I've had a lot of stuff done to me, and I just want you to understand that my kids were taken from me by this fucking preacher fucking husband. My marriages were arranged. Like, they arranged my marriages, meaning like, if they had not taken, like, my whole life would be completely different. I just need you to kind of like, you know, put yourself in my shoes, because I'm in a situation in which most people would not understand even how to cope with and live day by day. And I want you to also keep in mind that I still have to deal with the situation emotionally. I have to get over my childhood trauma while still living in the moment, in the presence, to where I still got to pay my bills. Like I said, I don't got time to be focused on hurting about the situation, but it has blocked my life and it has disturbed me internally. And I feel like if you were maybe possibly, and I won't ever wish this on nobody, but if you could possibly put yourself in my shoes, then maybe you will understand. I'm not obsessed with any type of get back, but I'm going to get back. And that's just that. I'm going to get it. Whether now I'm waiting so that it can be done the right way. And that's what this is about. Me rallying for myself, me advocating for myself. I'm fighting for myself. And I also want you to understand that I'm doing this all by myself. I don't have the support of anybody. Not one, I mean, y'all, but y'all aren't in position to actually do something about it. You get what I'm saying? But I mean, like, I don't have the support of my family. I have to do this by myself. If I'm going to get any type of justice, it's going to come from me. Do you get me? So I want you to just like, I want you to understand that. Like, I know, I don't want you to be like, oh, she's so obsessed. I really want you to look at what's been done to me. That's what I need you to do. I want you to look at really what has been done to me. My name has been changed. I birthed children that I wouldn't have birthed because I wouldn't have married the people, because I would have never met these people if I weren't on this fucking timeline. I was abused. I was misused. They tried to kill me several fucking times. Okay, my children birth certificates do not say Alicia Smiley. This is a lot of shit that I got. They don't say that. My children's birth certificates don't say that shit. Yet I have children that look exactly like Alicia Smiley. All of them. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to take that. But if you do take that view and you feel like, oh, she just wants vengeance, or she just, like, if you feel like that's what that is, then that's how you're going to have to feel, because I'm never going to change righteous anger. And that's in the Bible too. To have righteous anger. This is righteous anger that I'm feeling. This is not unjustified anger, or I just want get back, or I just want to do this, or no, this is righteous anger. I'm justified in everything that I'm feeling and that I'm saying, and that I'm justified in all of it, because there's no making up this. Like, there's no, how can I get this back? You only get one. You can't go backwards in life. I can't go back to 3 years old and live it all over. I feel like my youth was also robbed of me. You get what I'm saying? My youth was also robbed of me. Opportunities. I have gifts. I'm very talented. I'm very beautiful as well. All of those things were siphoned from me. I just don't, I don't feel bad about shit, because I didn't do shit wrong. I'm the victim here. I'm the victim here. And that's real shit. I don't know if you have any children, Empress, but imagine if it was your child. Imagine if somebody took your child. I don't think you would be all nice about it. I don't think you would, you know what I'm saying? If you have a child, I don't know if you have children. But just imagine that. Or you've been a child before. Imagine being ripped from your family, raised with these strangers that are abusing you, and never seeing your family again. Taking you across multiple state lines. And you're only 3 years old, so you can't find your way home. There's no way that you're going to be able to find your way home through fucking 7 states in between where you came from. You know? It just is what it is. So yeah, I get your calling may be bigger than you understand. It might be. But I'm asking you to try to understand because, I mean, I don't even know how you would understand because it's unimaginable the situation that I'm in. That is unimaginable. So it would be hard for other people to imagine that. You get what I'm saying? You said, so it was like a Truman Show for real for you. It's impressive that you still keep a hold of your joy and keep a sense of humor despite of what you've endured. That's what I feel like too. And it was the Truman Show. Even my best friends were hired. They literally sent in people to be my friends, people to be my lovers. They were paid actors in real life. That shit traumatizing, and I'm still able to get up every day and work and function like a normal human being without having a fucking nervous breakdown. I mean, I go there every now and then. I tell you, I'm having real bad anxiety and shit like that, but that's because of the trauma that I've been through. I might have a little OCD because I'm always locking doors, making sure windows is locked and shit like that, make sure can't nobody get in, know where I'm at, you know? You say you don't have to explain yourself, Asha, you're good. I feel like it might, I mean, you're right, but it might need to be explained because I don't want nobody to think that I'm just this evil motherfucker out for revenge, but I mean, it's well justified. It's justified. It is justified. Yeah. I hope my ancestors get it all back in blood. All of it. Because that's fucked up what they did to me, and it's fucked up what they did to my children too. They stole a fucking, how do you steal a whole, they stole a whole fucking bloodline. What? They destiny swapped me. They stole my identity from me. They stole my birthright from me. This is some biblical shit. They stole my birthright from me. And my kids' birthrights. They hijacked the entire fucking bloodline. You say, yeah, let me try to understand where you're coming from, please. You say you have every right to be angry. You say I'm actually going through some similar shit, but not nowhere near to the extent of what you have. I mean, everything unfolds in due time. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be going through some similar shit. You might not know it's as deep as mine or whatever, but whatever it is, I hope you're able to make it through, and I hope you're able to cope with the situation, you know, because it's not easy to be in these type of situations at all. And I don't even understand the situation that I'm in. I just want y'all to know that, like, for real, I don't fully understand it. I understand that that's not my family. I understand that that is who I am. I am Alicia Smiley. I understand that shit, but I don't understand how I even ended up in the situation or why. The fuck for? Why me? You know, so that shit makes me angry too. I have to deal with, like I said, a lot of stuff on a daily basis. To have my family know that I'm out here and know that I'm fighting every day. They're watching me fight. They not going to sit up here and tell me that they don't watch this motherfucking channel, because if I'm walking around here talking about I'm your family member, you're going to be watching what the fuck I'm doing because your family is involved. You get what I'm saying? There's like, I deal with that shit too. Every day knowing that they're watching me sit here, struggle, fight for myself when they can really just end it all. Just end it all by giving the DNA. Come on, let's test. And it can be over. Tomorrow. 2 years ago. It could be over. But instead, I got to take the long route. I got to take the route that's the most motherfucking hardest, the most motherfucking one with the motherfucking heels and shit on it. That's the route I got to take, you know? So justice for Alicia Smiley. We here till justice comes. I mean, I'm with y'all, and I hope it comes real soon. If they would just do the right thing, then they wouldn't even have to go there. I wouldn't have to have those type of thoughts. If the case was being handled properly, that wouldn't even be an option, because I would have received justice in the court system. I would have received justice by now. So if it did go there, it wouldn't be my problem. That's why I say I don't give a fuck if I had to go to jail. If I got to sit in jail for this shit, I'll sit in jail for this shit. I will sit in jail for this shit. and be happy inside and be healed inside and be whole inside because I got my shit back in blood, bitch. Okay? Because these motherfuckers that took me, they don't even have 40 years left to give me because they owed. They don't have 40 years left to give me back or they lies. They don't. It said, greetings, reflection. Black God is in the building. Said, these people had to have been Satanists sent from creature from the uttermost who knew who you were in the spirit. I do believe this is a past life connection because how in the fuck, like 3 years old, you don't even know who you are at 3 years old. You have no sense of direction, no sense of time. You don't know shit when you're 3 years old. You barely just learning your name. You get what I'm saying? Or getting the understanding of this is your name at 3 years old. Said justice for baby Smiley 2024 now and on all timelines, realms, and past and present. That's right. And said, what's popping? It's all good. So I don't think you're evil and Alpha Ridge. I just believe your now is just as important as your past. I do believe that too. You're right. You are right. And that's why I try to stay in the now, but it's very hard. I'm telling you, like just waking up every day, it is very, very, very hard. I have to like douse myself in work and other people's problems because that's what you do as a reader. You take on other people's problems. Okay. And I even double as a life coach, not just a reader. Like some people literally just call me so I can listen to whatever they're going on and give them advice, whatever they got going on and give them advice in their life. And to still be able to do that, like put my problems aside to focus. I don't really have a choice in that matter because if I stop doing that shit, lights gonna get cut off, gas getting cut off, we getting evicted, all type of shit if I don't do that. But that's what basically helps me go day by day because I have a couple jobs that I be working throughout the day. And I can take my mind off of that. But I'm telling you, the moment that I have like a moment of silence or something like that, and my thoughts start to gather and they start to think, you know, about all the stuff that has happened to me and everything that has taken place. I hurt in several different areas. Like I wake up every day not knowing where 2 of my kids are. My sons, I don't know where the fuck they are. I wake up every day not knowing where they are. That shit is hard. Hard every fucking day, you know? So, hey, black guy. I remember what LA said, though. I'm with you when you said justice has to be present. That's what I need to see. I need to see justice being present. That's what I need to see in this situation. And I'm going to just keep pushing and delivering my spiritual messages until that happens. Because that's all I can really do. Unless I'm finna hop a flight and take care of that business, take care of that motherfucking lightweight. Because like I said, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't. I feel like I would be able to help more people not in jail for offing these people. I would be able to help more people that way. But if I had to do that, if I had to go down that route, I would have no issue with doing it. No issue whatsoever because I have so much hurt inside. And I feel like I've healed to a certain extent, but I'm not all the way healed. I don't feel like I'm healed from the abuse and that the family put me through and all of that shit. I'm healed from that. But I'm not healed from the fact that y'all took me. I'm not healed from that shit. I'm not healed from the fact that y'all tried to kill me because I thought these people were my family members. I thought that they loved me and they were literally plotting my murder. They were literally gathering people to like get close to me so that they could stalk my every move and set me up to be killed. And I'm thinking, these is my cousins, my aunties, my mama, like that shit right there. Like, I'm still trying to get over that because it's like I can't trust nobody. Everybody in my life that I was supposed to be able to trust, I could not trust, like period. Even my kids, I got 5 of them, but there's one of them that even turned and went towards the family because they told her that she would get some of this inheritance. Like it would go to her. If I was dead, it would go to her because she's my first fucking born. So they basically told her that if you help us off your mama, if you help us off your mama, then the inheritance will go to you because you're her firstborn. And they lied to her. They lied to her because remember, I told y'all the kidnapper mother had me give her my children, right? Which means she had the rights to her, meaning she would have legally not been my child anymore. So therefore, she wouldn't have got shit if she would have killed me. They lied to her. She would not have gotten anything because legally, I signed my rights over. So, and if you want to know why I signed my rights over, there's a story about that too. And no, I didn't do anything wrong. As I said, my marriages were arranged and My first husband went to the penitentiary for trying to kill me and the child. And I have a set of identical twins, and one of them has special needs. She was not born that way, but her father, who was also an assassin, also a hitman, shook her when she was 2 weeks old, and she was 2 weeks premature, and she was 4 pounds. Yeah, he tried to kill her, a premature baby. He did some shit to her, horrible shit, and she almost died. And I couldn't deal with it. And the lady that raised me was a nurse, and she was like, "Oh, I can take care of the baby, blah, 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 blah." And the courts were involved because it was a domestic situation, but he was already in jail. He went to the penitentiary for it. And I got my kids back, like, out of the hospital and all that other shit. I got them back, and it was like a bit much for me because I didn't really know nothing about it. Like, the baby who had the special needs had like a tube in her heart and all that other shit, which she would rip out like every other night, and blood was like spewing from her chest, but that was just horrible shit. Any fucking ways. The lady was like, I can do it. I can do this. I can take care of her because I'm a nurse, and she raised me. And I'm thinking, I really don't like you, bitch, but you're my mom and I'm alive. So I guess you can do this. You know what I'm saying? So she tricked me into basically giving her my kids because she's a nurse and the baby had medical needs. But I was never her child. Never her fucking child. So it's a lot of trauma attached to the situation. He said, yes, the same happened to me. Try to steal my birthright. Well, she did steal my birthright because she was like, we don't need to have the courts involved in this situation. Even though, like, it wasn't shit. Like, I didn't do anything wrong or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Their dad did it, right? So it wasn't a problem for me to do whatever the courts were telling me to do. And I did do whatever the courts were telling me to do. Got my kids right back out of the hospital because, you know, when they go in the hospital, they're going for observation. And I'm doing air quotations. You know, as soon as they say observation, CPS is getting involved, right? So they went in for observation, kept them both in the hospital for like 3 weeks or whatever, and I got my kids back. Period. Because they were premature babies, so of course they wanted to monitor them, you know? But that's how she stole my motherfucking birthright. That bitch took my whole motherfucking generation. My firstborn child, she took her right from underneath me and told me, oh, I'll give him back to you. Whenever you get your life together, I'll get him back to you. And I'm thinking, once I married, I got remarried, I married the preacher. Bitch, I'm not on drugs or nothing. I'm not out here whoring or nothing. I never did any of those things. But I'm saying I remarried, married the preacher and all this other shit. And I'm thinking, you finna give me my kids back because this is now a stable environment. This is now, and she never fucking did. And he started fucking, my husband started fucking the mama. Oh God. And he ended up fucking the oldest child too. There's trauma here. It's trauma here too. Okay, he ended up fucking my oldest daughter too, my ex-husband, my mama and my daughter. Okay, it's trauma here, and this is what I deal with every day. You say, I believe that who you are now is something great, and there's a purpose in what you're experiencing. I believe that too, and I believe I've always been this way though. Like, I've always been spiritual in my own way. Even though I was like a Christian, I still was always spiritual in my own way. And I do believe that now I do have a great purpose. And I do feel like there's some purpose in what I'm experiencing, but I'm not sure of what that purpose is. And I'm just going to be honest about that, because I be asking the spirit, what the fuck? Why? Like, what the fuck is the point? What is the point? What is the point? When I was taking my break, I was telling my spirit team, and I don't mind sharing this with y'all, but I was telling them, you know, Papa Legbo really could have just told me, hey, you need to leave the city, because they've done that before, and I'll get the fuck out of the city. Like, they don't have to tell me twice to get out of a place. Like, if I hear from my spirits, you need to leave, I'm out of there, right? And I was like, he could have just told me that I needed to leave the city versus telling me that I'm Alicia Smiley and giving me all the evidence that I'm this missing child, and then making me wait 2 years, almost 3 years for some justice, because that part is driving me crazy. And my daughter was like, maybe you need to know at that point in time. Yeah, I get all that. But he could have just literally said, hey, you need to leave the city. And it would have had the same result. I would have been the fuck out of there. You know? But I'm not blaming him for that, because there was a reason. There is a purpose for all of this. Like you said, there's a purpose behind it. There is a reason for whatever this is. Okay? You said, because your physical identity is not your spiritual one, beloved. It's not. Not at all. You said you'll find your Avengers soon. Individuals across the land will have similar stories, will bring many traffickers to their demise. I'm with that. I'm with that. And I did, like I said, I had somebody on Facebook that has a similar situation. They were saying something was funny with their birth certificate, and they want me to help them. But I'm thinking to myself, I don't really know how the fuck I'm going to help you. I got to help myself. I'm trying to help myself in this situation, you know? You said, greetings, family, greetings. LH, rain, of course. Ashe, ashe, ashe. You said, did these older individuals who took you pass their ways to the family members to keep the operation going? Because I think it's a family thing. It is. It is. I told y'all the great-grandmother, well, not the great-grandmother, the grandmother, Lorraine Dudley, was the first African-American fingerprint technician for St. Louis City Police Department. My father was the sheriff. My aunties was like in the records departments. And half of them was police and the other half was like in the medical field. Okay. So this is how they're able to do the Grady 6 kidnappings too. Okay. Because there were some women like Carla Rogers, she was a nurse, and Marion Williams, she was a nurse or whatever. But the generations underneath that, they either raised them to be nurses or they're raising them to be law enforcement. And if they can't get you on that side of it so that you can be a blue collar criminal, then they're going to make you a whore, they're going to make you gay, or they're going to make you a fucking thug. That's how this family operates. But there's generations of police officers in this family, and that's why I was unable to get help. And I think that's why that lady at the motherfucking FBI in the current state that I'm in didn't believe me, because I was like, it's the St. Louis Police Department. She's like, the whole police department. I'm like, hell yeah, the whole police department. But she didn't give me time to explain that they're all fucking related. You get what I'm saying? So I think she was thinking in her mind, like, the lady who hung up on me, I think she was thinking in her mind, like, how could the entire police department do this as a whole? But bitch, they were all family members. That's how. Okay? Like blood family members. So this is definitely a family thing, you know? You said, do you think little Alicia would deserve her story to end in a jail cell? I don't think it would end there. I think I would just go to jail for a little bit. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think it would end there. That's why I would be willing to do it. And I feel like if I had to go through all this and I had to go through court and I'm on the stand, because it's going to be a trial, because we're going to take this shit to trial, right? It's going to be a trial, right? They're going to have to answer as to why the police didn't do anything, why the FBI has not done anything, why did they not give me the justice? It's their fault that these people are now on the 6 o'clock news. Not mine, it's theirs, because I went through all the proper avenues. The missing and exploited children going to have to come to court. Why didn't y'all show up when this person tried to give the DNA? They're going to have to, everybody that's involved in this situation is going to have to show up to court, and they're going to have to explain why they did not do what was necessary for them to do when the time came for them to do what they needed to do, and why it ended up like this. So they all gonna have to answer. If I do some shit like that, everybody gonna have to come to court. Tell me if that makes sense. But that's true. The Atlanta Police Department, why didn't you handle her case correctly? They're gonna have to come to court. They're gonna all have to answer. So if it goes down with me, it's going down with everybody. They're gonna have to come to court and answer as to why they didn't do what they were supposed to do concerning this missing child case and Tavis Sutton case too. I feel like I will win. I'm just gonna be honest. And I don't give a fuck about this being on no live and shit, because I have a case. I got a case. I have a case. I don't feel like her story needs to be told from a jail cell, but I also feel like that wouldn't be the end of my story. That would not be the end of my story, because everybody's going to have to, because we're going to have to go to court. It's going to be on CNN. We're going to have to motherfucking go to court. And every police department that is involved that did not do the right thing by this story, by me, by my DNA, as the law says that they are supposed to do, as they vowed in the court of law to do, then they're going to have to take the stand too. That's my thought process. I know I can be a bit much, y'all, but that's how my brain works. That's how my brain works. If I do some shit like that and I have to go to court, they're gonna have to go through everything. They'll have to check out all these videos. They have to go through all the evidence. They're gonna see all the attempts that I tried to get help. They're gonna see through every avenue that I tried and was shut down that was supposed to be there for me. Every legal motherfucking agency that I went to that did not answer. And they didn't provide any type of justice or service. They're gonna have to answer as to why they didn't even provide me witness protection. I'm just saying. It's a happy ending for Baby Smiley. I want her to get a happy ending too. But that's what I've been trying to do, is get this happy ending. And I'm going to hold on and I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold on and I'm going to wait. So I don't want you to feel like I'm going to do something drastic, because I'm not. I'm just saying, if it comes down to that, then it comes down to that. Because I don't want to be tormented inside. And that's what I'm dealing with on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? If I don't take my mind off of it, then I will be curled up in a ball crying somewhere. The pain and the hurt that they have caused me is unimaginable. They just kept doing shit to me back to back to back to back my whole life. I've been attacked the whole entire time. The whole entire time. They religiously abused me. They mentally abused me. They physically abused me. They sexually abused me. They fucking, any type of fucking abuse that they could do to me, they did to me. Period. You said, yes, you have been my life coach. And they told and told me my voice will be powerful and to create my channel. Ashe. I hope your channel grows really big. Said, as a spiritual being living in the physical, we will go through the physical assignments that we signed up for. We don't know as a child in the physical, so we should have been taught. But spiritually, we tap in. He said, "Black God, why you cooking? What you cooking?" Okay. He said, "Yes, we are similar, but my baby father used his witch bitch CPS credentials to go after me. She is highly jealous and jealous I had a baby and she didn't." It don't always be a prize to have no baby with no dude either. I had bitches be jealous of me because I had a baby with a preacher. That is not a prize, bitch. It's a fucking death sentence. It is a fucking curse to have a child with this motherfucker. That's how I be thinking. And hoes be so jealous, and then they get them and he do the same fucking shit to them that he did to you, and then they be looking at you like, oh, that's why. 222, y'all. I said, then by now they've probably been getting transferred across the country, turning other officers to traffickers. I don't know what they got going on, but that's just my feeling. And I do feel like if that's the case, whatever happens, just like I told them, if they want to send a cease and desist, they can do that. The family of Alicia Smiley can send a cease and desist, and I will not stop. And then guess what? We're going to end up in court. And then guess what? I'm going to have to show the courts all this evidence, and I'm going to get on the stand, and I'm going to get to say what I need to say, and then there's going to be a court order DNA test. And I believe that's why it has not been no cease and desist from my blood family, if they think it's not me. Because if it was me, and I have somebody parading around here as if they're my child, I'm definitely sending the cease and desist. But they're not sending the cease and desist because they know once I get in that courtroom, it's going to be a court order DNA test. It's going to be a court order DNA test. You said exactly, it was a curse and a major roadblock. I feel like this shit was a curse. You said they tried to break you with every tactic possible and you overcame. Now it's time for Smiley's revenge. That's how I feel. And I just want y'all to know, like, all them horror movies and shit, they're based off of real people, like Jason Voorhees, motherfucking Freddy Krueger. I'm sorry if that scares you, but it's true. And they don't ever tell how those people became how they became. And I'm telling you right now, it always started with them being abused, misused, and all that other shit. That's what it started with. They don't ever fucking tell us that though, unless you do like research on like their backgrounds and shit like that. But all of those motherfucking stories are based off of true people and them being abused and misused. I don't want to turn into the villain because that's not how my soul works. My soul is a very loving soul, a healing soul. I don't want to turn to that, but I also have a warrior spirit, and I feel like off with motherfuckers' heads sometimes. And I agree with the divine infinite all, because the divine infinite all, if you go to, the Old Testament, the divine infinite all really wasn't playing no games when it came to people fucking with the chosen ones and shit like that. He was knocking motherfuckers off. He was spilling blood in this motherfucker. Okay? And I'm with that. I've always seen myself as some type of warrior, though. I ain't gonna lie. I've always seen myself as some type of warrior. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, too. Those people that did this to me are scared shitless of me. And they are currently being hunted by my younger self. Like, when they close their eyes, they see my younger self. They see my face when they close their eyes. They are haunted by the shit that they have done to me. And I want them to continue to be haunted. And I mean that with everything in me. He said, I said, it's time. It's time. He said, did one of your family members sell you? I believe so. So the last person that I was seeing with was the famous actress Estelle Evans. Her last name was Lewis at first, but then she got married to somebody named Evans. Okay. And she was supposed to have been buying wrestling tickets and just left me on a bench or whatever in Atlanta, Georgia. But really, I think she was selling the child and not buying no motherfucking wrestling tickets, because not to leave no motherfucking 3-year-old child by themselves in a busy city, right? We know that. She knew that. So I do believe that I was sold. And I believe that's why the family is trying to play these type of fucking games, okay? Because there's some shit going on that's deeper than what they're trying to say. I don't want to hurt any of the family members. The person that like tried to sell me out, Crystal, tried to get me back to the kidnappers or whatever. My cousin who she did talk to the kidnapper family instead of talking to the police with her fucking dumbass. She got what I wanted for her to get. She got her ass beat by a male cousin. There's a male cousin that punched her in her face, and she light skinned, so her shit was all bruised up and black eyed. And I'm psychic, and this is how I know this happened. This happened, and that was right after the part 3 video. One of the members of the Smelly family, I think it's a cousin, seen the video and was pissed off at Crystal for talking to the kidnappers, because that basically is how they family. They're being documented as that's what they are. That's how they handle shit, right? So she ended up getting her ass beat, and I did that in spirit. I didn't even have to touch her. I did that shit in spirit. I did that from the comfort of my own home, so I didn't have to actually physically get violent at all with her. But she did get that black eye. He said, yep, the one who falsely accused you, and they put him in jail, and he put intentions to get back at all of them. Hashtag true story. I will get name for the tribe. Ashe. You said, is Kayla here? I have not seen Kayla. I did message her earlier, but I haven't seen her. Girl, you better be careful with that email in there, because you know we got trolls and shit and ops. I don't mind y'all doing that, though. I just want you to be aware that people are watching this. Okay? And we do know that we have the ops watching this too. So y'all personal information, be careful with that. Okay? I don't know if Kayla has an email, but I know she... Oh, I wasn't telling you to remove it. I'm just saying I don't want no crazy people to start harassing you. That's what I'm saying. You know? I'm sure Kayla will come back and watch this, because she always will catch the replay if she can't catch the live. Truth gang, unite. Truth gang, unite. Okay, she got it. She got it. Yeah, but that's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to be sisters, and I want to be a part of y'all sisterhood too. I need help. Straight up. And a support system would be good, because I definitely don't have a support system. But I'm okay, y'all, and I'm going to be okay. And I have been promised from the divine infinite all that he was going to provide for me a miracle. He was going to blow my mind, and I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to hold on to that until I can't hold on no more. I still have more than the size of a mustard seed of faith in all of our situations. You know what I'm saying? You said that's why I erased it, right? Because of the crazies, okay? I still have, like, you know, all of this in a row right here, okay? So I love the tribe. I love y'all too. I really do. And I appreciate y'all support. I really do. This has been the hardest situation that I've ever had to deal with in my life. And I don't even know what to do. I thought about going to get a therapist just to see. But I still feel like in my soul, I already know what would be a therapist's reaction to this shit. First of all, they're going to report it. Of course, they're going to have to report it, because therapists are mandated reporters. That might be a good idea, to get a therapist, because they're mandated reporters. They're going to report it. I'm going to show this bitch the picture of Tavis Sutton. Her jaw going to hit the floor, because everybody that I tell this story, they jaw be hitting the floor, and then they have no idea what to do. They don't know what the fuck to do. But I thought about it, you know. So it's your life, not the hardest thing. This shit hard. I be asking myself every day, because, you know, they say that you pick your life. They say you pick your path, you pick your body, you pick all the things that you agree to in your life contract. I just can't believe that this is some shit that I picked. I was talking to Asha, because I do be talking to Asha, because I can separate her from inside of me. I can do that. Okay. I'm talking to Asha, and I'm like, girl, what the fuck was your ass thinking signing a life contract like this? What was you thinking? Girl, because what? We don't get no love. We get no love. So we don't get a mom and dad that loves us. We don't get sisters and brothers that love us. We don't get cousins that love us. We get nobody to have our back. We don't even get a husband or a spouse that's going to love us properly. I've been married, but was still alone. I promise you. I've been married and was still the fuck alone. A single mama married. Okay? I didn't know what the fuck to do. He said, good idea. I mean, I'm going to look into it. I might end up getting a therapist and just going in there and talking to them about what the fuck my issue is, and and see where that goes. I just have to find the right therapist. That's what I would need to do, because that's another thing that has stopped me from going to a therapist, because I don't vibe with everybody and I pick up on energies, and I need to know that you're not one of those therapists that's like, oh, I think you need some fucking medicine. Nah, bitch, we ain't doing that. You lie down on the couch. That's what I'm gonna tell my therapist. I'm gonna be like, you lie down on the couch. Let me tell you what happened, okay? Because you ain't gonna be able to sit up or stand and handle what I'm about to say to you, you know? He said, that's hard for me to believe I picked this. That's what they say, because our souls, we already exist before we come into the human body. And they do say that we do pick our bodies. We pick our bodies, like what we're going to look like, our avatar, just like in a video game. We pick our parents. We pick the type of life that we're going to have. We pick the lessons that we need to learn to evolve our souls. They say we pick all this shit. I cannot imagine that this is what I have picked. Like, I'm shocked with myself. Like, girl, what the hell would you do? You couldn't pick a nice, calm family. That's what I be talking about. Like, you couldn't have picked a nice, calm family or just anything supportive. I did have one thing in my life that I loved more than anything, though, and that was my best friend, Keith Dozier, which this family also had murdered. They definitely murdered my best friend, y'all. Okay, this is real life, and I will testify in the court of law and also take a polygraph test. I loved him, y'all, with all my heart and soul. And that was my best friend in the whole wide world, Keith Dozier. And I just knew I was going to have all my kids by him. I just knew it, and I didn't. I'll never forget the look on his face when I came home and I was like, I'm finna get married. I would like, that shit haunts me. I would never fucking forget the look on his face when I said I'm finna get married. But my marriages were arrangements. This is the guy that my family wanted me to marry. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I should have married him, but I probably shouldn't have. I don't know why that happened, because I would probably be a widow if I married him, because later on down the line, he ended up getting murdered, right? So, but my family had something to do with it. They was trying to lure me back to St. Louis, and I did not go. I did not show up for his funeral. I did not go. There was a reason why I didn't go, though, because I'd already had paid for some non-refundable plane tickets, and I was about to take a trip, and it's not that I did not love him, but there was no way, and I had spent plane tickets for me and 3 kids. So that was over $2,000. So I couldn't lose that, you know? Oh, they killed a lot of people. They killed a lot of people. Anybody that would get close to me, my friends are dead. My friend Mandy is dead. My friend Danielle is dead. They killed Danielle too. The preacher has something to do with Danielle. He sold her some faulty pills. The preacher did. Sold Danielle some faulty pills. They say she died of an overdose. He killed all them church people. He killed Reverend Emmanuel with black magic car accident spell, because Reverend Emmanuel had the upper hand in the church. He was the right-hand man of Jeff Johnson, and Reverend Moore wanted Reverend Emmanuel's seat, and he felt like he was owed any fucking ways and didn't need the seat. Okay? Tried to kill Brother Jab, but Brother Jab has divine protection, so Brother Jab only got sick. He never died, you know? They killed Sister Lisa. They killed Sister Laney. They killed Brother JR. Who else did they kill? They killed, what's her name? Light-skinned lady. Sister Judy. Sister Judy. They killed Sister Judy. And I do believe they killed Brother Leon's brother as well. Not Brother Leon, but his brother. Because they were running some type of insurance, life insurance scams in this church as well. You said maybe at least pick the eyes you shaped into life as your primary eyes. I was trying to harness that gift, but I'm telling you, it's very hard. It literally has to be involuntary. And this is how I know I have true, real gifts. Because the shit don't work when I want it to work. It works when it's necessary. It doesn't work when I'm like, change eyes, like do it, power up, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. It doesn't do that. I literally have to be in danger, or it's involuntary. Now, when Asha first started taking the seat in my higher self seat, the seat of my soul, when Asha started taking the seat first, it would be when I was yelling at my kids. Buddy. It used to scare the shit out of my kids, because they would be doing shit, and I'm a single parent. I had 2 boys and a little girl, and my boys would be like, oh my God, running me raggedy, right? And I would get upset, and then she would all of a sudden just take over, and then order would restore in the house. Like, immediately order would restore in that house, okay? Like, my kids would see my eyes change, and they would like shape up real motherfucking quick, and I would have no problems out of them. So she's tapped in those situations as well. Like when I was having like extreme problems with my children, trying to get them to behave or listen to me or any of those things so that I wouldn't get in any trouble or do something that I would regret. She would definitely take over and help rectify the situation. But I wish those was my eyes. I took still pictures of that. And those are very beautiful eyes. They're like gold. Those are very beautiful eyes. Well, what is crazy is my picture, my profile picture on here. I don't know if y'all can see it. If y'all click on it, that's a piece of art that I made out of Sharpies. I know I'm that fucking good, right? So that's a piece of artwork that I made, and I drew my eyes gold there. And then my other higher self picture that I have, which is the Madre Omega Asha Va Ishtar, the one that's on my thumbnail right now is just Asha Israel. That's it. Okay. And the other one, the black and gold one, is Madre Omega Asha Va Ishtar. That one's eyes are also gold and silver. That's how I always draw my eyes that way. But I never got to see it in real life. You said, be careful, they might have ops in therapy. This is an evil empire. That's what also stops me, because they could just be another peon working for the government system that's really going to try to entrap me. That's another reason why I don't feel like therapy is going to help me at all. I'm telling you, I don't feel like it's going to help me at all, because I don't trust people, and I believe that the only being that can help me is the divine. If all my ancestors, angels, and guides, I feel like that's where my help comes from. That's where my healing comes from. That's how I'm able to make it day by day. That's how I'm able to do what it is that I'm able to do. You know. He said, "Man, yes, true story. Unfortunately, my husband was the grandest last lesson before I understood the assignment." Okay, I've had a bunch of those. Okay, he said, "Yes, we pick our assignments." I can't believe I went shopping in the spirit world and handpicked this shit. Right. Let's see. Billionaire parents or poor parents, middle class parents. I mean, I think the only thing that I probably would have changed is that I didn't get kidnapped, and that I had a family that loved me, and that like I would have not wanted to be married twice, because why would I get married twice? So I probably would change that. I don't know. Nobody gets married to then marry again. Nobody gets married to be a single parent. Nobody gets married to then get divorced. So I don't know about that shit, but I would have picked something different from that, you know? So I remember that in ATL when that happened. You said, I'd be questioning myself in that way, laughing now. But I give gratitude, because without the test to push me to my spiritual purpose, I would have failed. I agree. You know, that's true as well. Even though I'm saying like this shit sucks, I can't believe that I made it through it. I'm just going to be honest with you. I cannot believe that I made it through it. I cannot believe that I didn't die. I can't believe that I passed all these tests. I can't believe it. I mean, I believe it, but I can't believe it. But I guess it's because I'm looking back on it. You get what I'm saying? I'm looking back on it. I'm looking back on all the things that I went through, and I'm like, wow, I really could have not made it out of that situation. And I'm definitely grateful, you know, for the spirit. You said they killed him so crazy. Was that church setting the closest you had to a real family? No, the church wasn't even a family either. There was bitches. That church, I love the pastor, the main pastor of the church, Jeff Johnson. I love him, okay? Even as a child, he was there for me, you know, and maybe he's seen something special in me, but he was there for me. When I was in group homes, he would come and put money so I can buy like, you know, hygiene products and get food or whatever I wanted to buy for myself. He would come and put money in my little bank account that they had at the group home to make sure that I had everything that I needed. And he wouldn't just put no little money. Every time he would come and see me, when I was like, the family had me in group homes and shit. Every time he would come and see me, he would put like at least $100 down on my shit. Like, hey, like make sure she got like socks, drawers, food, snacks, whatever she want, you know? So I don't really have a family in that church family, but them bitches in there was fucked up. When I married that preacher, like right after I married him, I noticed that a lot of the sisters of the church, like they were friendly at first, but a lot of the sisters of the church, everything changed. Like they would turn their nose up to me. I'd be like, hey, sister such and such. And they'd be like, hey, like that fake ass shit. Like you could tell like somebody's fake. Like that's how they started acting towards me once I married the preacher. And then I found out that they all wanted my position. Like they didn't want the position because they fell in love with a man or whatever. They wanted my position because it came with prestige that I was even unaware of that it came with. Like people are going to look at you higher in society, or you have a position in the community. I didn't even think of it that way. I'm like, okay, I'm just marrying this dude that I love here. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's what I thought of it of. But it was like more or less like a competition. Them sisters was fucking my husband. They was turning their heads up. They was flirting with him in front of me, like type shit, like turning their noses up. It was fucking horrible. Horrible. You know? He said, get some DMS books and teach yourself about your mental. What you mean? What's DMS? He said, I think it's the amnesia spell that's already here when we're born that has us depressed and resentful. If we knew our assignments upon arrival, it wouldn't be so. It also can be your upbringing, though, because you can get around people that know your divine mission, but you don't know your divine mission, and they can know your divine mission at birth. You get what I'm saying? But you don't know your shit, and then you get around these people, and they do everything that they can to throw you off your path. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna use my situation up against Kamaya Mobley's situation. I don't feel like I would have the anger that I have towards them, the righteous anger that I have towards these people, if they would have treated me right. I feel like I would have a totally different outcome if my upbringing was up to par. You get what I'm saying? I would feel a whole nother way about the situation, you know? But there's people here, like I said, that know your mission, and they do things to make it harder for you. So this family that I was in, they knew that I had a divine mission. So they did everything that they could to try to stop or block or destroy that. Like I said, they killed my best friend. Anything that grew close to me or grew an attachment to me, they would knock these people off. Anybody that came close to me. And I developed a liking for, or a loving for, or any of that shit. They straight, my homegirl, she gone, Danielle. They straight killed her, Danielle Marcella. The weirdest thing happened with that shit, too. When I had came back to St. Louis, I moved into the 100-year-old house, and I had looked out the window day, and Danielle's dad and her brother was parked outside my house. Now, they didn't even know that I lived there. I had just moved there, but they had a company. It was a landscaping company, Marcella Landscaping in St. Louis, right? They probably still have it. I looked out my window, and her dad and her brother was right outside my window, and they was doing work for the people across the street from me. And the whole time I just sat there and watched them. This is after their daughter had already died. And after she had died, when I was pregnant, I used to like ravioli. After she had died, I would just stop by their mama house. I wouldn't even knock on the door, but I started just leaving cans of ravioli on their porch. I don't know why I was doing that, but it was like I don't know, just like an altar, like a little shrine. Like every time I would drive past their house, I would leave cans of ravioli because when I was pregnant with my children, I didn't have support either, and I would always like be hungry, and she would always go buy me whatever I craved, and I always craved ravioli with my twins. So I would just drive past their porch, and I know her parents would be like, "What the fuck?" I knew they knew it was me, but every time they would come outside, I would put a can of ravioli on their porch. He said, why did I go to group homes? They stole you. Okay, so the parent that raised me, she really didn't want to raise me. And she also was trying to paint an image of me, right? So they have this missing child. They have to now take this innocent child and paint this child off as a villain, right? So she would call the police on me every time that I got in trouble. Instead of like parenting me, she tried to make it seem like I was a troubled youth or something like that. I would run away a lot. Nobody looked into why I was running away. So she had me labeled as a runaway. So that's how she would get me into these group homes. So she would still have me, but she would have me in these group homes, like government facilities and shit like that. Like these are government group homes. I was in Lakeside. That's where I met the white girl who was my best friend, who 20 years later, almost 30 years later, came back with my ex-husband and tried to take my kids. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, they had me in group homes as well. She didn't really want to raise me or anything like that. The lady never liked me. She put the other girl in the group home too. Excuse me. So I was in and out of group homes for most of my teen years. He said, that's what you think and believe, pretty much know about your family, almost everything to destroy my character, reject me, cast spells, and spread lies. Right. So that's basically what they did. And that's what they did to me. Like I said, they tried to paint me off as some type of troubled youth when I was a child. And like I said, she would always call the police on me. And they came out on the readings too, making false reports and shit like that. She never parented me. She never tried to parent me or understand me. Like I remember one time I was pregnant and I just got out of the hospital with preterm labor. This was with my firstborn son. Just got out of the hospital with preterm labor. She had my sister's kids too. My kidnapper sister, because she liked to take people kids. That's what the bitch do. She had my sister kids too, right? And I just got out of the hospital with preterm labor. My sister got a whole house around the corner from the kidnapper mother, and she wants me to babysit these kids. And my sister's around the corner and she ain't doing shit. And I know because I called her. And I'm telling my sister, look, I just got out of preterm labor, but my mama wants to try to control the situation and not let my sister have our kids. So I refused to watch them because I'm talking about not even an hour, like gotten out of the hospital with preterm labor and they gave me a shot to stop my labor. And she wanted me to watch these kids, but their mama was around the corner and wasn't doing shit. She called the police on me. And the police officer was even like, she's 8 months pregnant. You don't want to just let her relax? And I showed him like the doctor's papers and everything. And she was like, no, I want her out my house. I want her trespassed. I want her out right now. And the officer was like, but she just got out of the hospital, ma'am. Like she has paperwork. She still has the wristband on her. She's hella pregnant. She's big pregnant. And you're asking her to babysit some kids. Like she probably needs to just rest. And she was like, no, I want her trespasses. And the officer was like, I'm sorry, but I have to trespass you because this is her house and she wants you trespassed. But he was literally shaking her head and like, this is your mom? I'm like, yeah. This is my mom. Like, this is my mom. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, she would call the police on me for just any fucking thing. I also told y'all about the time when I tried to call for my twins. I think there was their 18th birthday. For their 18th birthday, I called them after their 18th birthday and said, hey, what restaurant you want to go to for to take them out, buy them gifts, take them out to eat and all that shit. And my twin said, hold on, let me make sure there's no plans with me and Nana, like that's the mama or whatever, my kidnapper mama, let me make sure there's no plans or whatever. So she puts the phone down and I hear her go to the back and say, hey, Nana, when are we doing whatever we doing for my birthday? So I could plan when me and my mom is going to do something for our birthday or whatever, but she didn't want to interfere with y'all plans or whatever. So when's a good time for, me to schedule this with my mama? And I can hear my kidnapper mama in the background, like just going off on just everything. And she's like, Edie this and Edie that and this and this and this. And I'm like, damn, or whatever. And I'm telling my daughter, like, just don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about it. My daughter comes back to the phone. She's like, I'm gonna call you right back. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing had happened. I literally just said, hey, why don't you ask her or whatever? So I hang up the phone because my daughter says, let me call you back because we can hear her obviously flipping out in the background. And I'm in the 100-year-old house. And then my kidnapper dad calls me. He says, where are you at? And I said, I'm at home. Like, he's like, where you been at? I'm like, we've been at home all morning. I got my 3 kids with me. Like, they here with me. Like, we never left the house this morning. I'm at home. And he was like, well, your mama just called the police and said that you was at her house in her front yard, cursing her out, threatening her, saying you was going to do all this other stuff. I never left my house. I never left my house. And those are the signs that helped me figure out that bitch wasn't my mama, because that ain't some shit a mama would do. Like, what the fuck? I was at my house. I never left my house. I was just trying to figure out when I could take them out to eat or whatever. And the bitch straight... This bitch straight motherfucking called the police on me and made a false report. You said, so that's the play. Paint the child as a troubled youth. That's what they did. And that's the nickname that they gave me. That beautiful baby girl that y'all see on that flyer, the nickname that they gave me growing up was Trouble. That's the nickname that they gave me. They were word witching me from a child, but I became trouble for them. I got trouble tattooed on me because that's the nickname that they gave me or whatever. So that's what they did. And at first, I believe the police was on her side because it looked like she had a troubled youth, because I was running away from her. I was rebelling. I was not staying at home. You damn right I was running away. The bitch was abusing me. And I already told y'all, like, she never fed us. Like, she would go get fast food and she'd be like, there's food in the house. And there would be nothing but canned goods. And she would make us eat them canned goods while she ate McDonald's, or she ate whatever the fuck she went and bought, Stakeout, or whatever the fuck she went and bought. The house was dirty like a fucking hoarder's house. I'm talking about like a fucking hoarder's house that I grew up in. And that's why I have like issues with my house. Like, I am OCD. Like, I cannot deal with dirty or filth or any of that shit. I have to find some peace of mind. That's why y'all always see my house as clean. It's always spotless, because I'm traumatized. Like, I really have like some type of OCD with that shit. I will flip out over the smallest thing when it comes to cleanliness because of what I grew up in. The bitch never washed our clothes. She didn't make sure that we had socks. I'm surprised CPS didn't get involved, but they probably didn't get involved because of how prominent these members were of society, the people that had me, They said, yep, they signed themselves to be your ops, yep. They picked your assignments as well. Sage Mo, yep. True story, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's some of the shit that they definitely did. They had me in group homes. I was in youth emergency services, youth in need, motherfucking Lakeside. The Lakeside was the one that I was like predominantly in. Okay, because like you can stay there for like years, months and months and months, and that's where they had me. Shit, in them group homes, and they were making it seem like I was just a troubled youth that didn't want to go to school and didn't want to do anything, but I was trying to fucking reach out for help, crying out for help, and they didn't even listen to me. You know? It just is what it is. Because you think the bitch is a nurse. The other children in the home with me were also in group homes. I told y'all the oldest sister, Susan, she didn't grow up in the house with us. She was raised by the grandmother, and she also went to group homes. She went to, what the fuck was that shit? On Kings Highway. Echo group homes. Then the other sister, she was also in youth in need. She went to Echo too. She also went to group homes and shit like that as well, like pregnancy group homes and all that shit. All three of the children that were in the household with the person that raised me all was in group homes at some point in time. I don't know why, y'all. She just like decided she was gonna be a lazy bitch. But I knew after I turned 9 years old their time that the bitch didn't want me anymore. So this is another thing with her too. So as long as there was a nigga involved, right? So the dad that raised me, he was supposed to be the sheriff of the St. Louis Police Department in the 80s and early 90s. So all of the 80s and early 90s. He was supposed to be the sheriff, right? And she wanted him. She loved him because he was also like a kickboxer or some shit like that. Like he was in newspapers and all this other shit, like really predominant in society, very popular in high school, popular as an adult. That's the person who raised me, right? As my father. She wanted him so bad. But as soon as this nigga started cheating on her and not loving her and their fake family facade started to crumble, that's when the abuse really picked up. Like she cooked when he was in the household. Like she would cook meals when he was in the household. But the moment that nigga left, when I was 9 years old, their time, that's when her motherfucking ass stopped doing anything for the kids. It was like all for show for this nigga. Any type of care or any type of love. When they first kidnapped me, I stayed at Chuck E. Cheese's. I stayed getting all the gifts in the world. I had like big ass Barbie houses, bikes. Like they stayed keeping me when they first took me, and that's to like keep me quiet and keep me contented. They stayed doing all type of shit with me to keep me quiet and contented. But once it hit a certain point, 9 years old that time, and around that time, I told y'all, that's also when her father died and left the inheritance to me. Let me grab my reefer. I gotta roll some up. Oh, damn. One of my blunts then went back behind my desk, y'all. I be buying a whole damn box. When I go to the store, I be buying the whole motherfucking box. That's what I be buying when I go to the store. Straight up. But yeah, that's how I ended up in those group homes, y'all. That's where I met the white girl that was supposed to be my best friend since I was 12 years old. All of that. But I was super smart too, because like I said, I had went to the group home. I spent most of my teen years there. And I ended up coming home. I had done so much work in them group homes. I ended up skipping a grade. I never did the 9th grade. I went straight into high school, into the 10th grade. Very intelligent. Even though they was trying to paint me off as somebody who was fucked up. Bitch been skipping grades in this motherfucker. I straight skip grades in that motherfucker. But they definitely did try it. The only fun that I had in my life, or the happiest time I can remember in my life, was with my best friend, Keith Dozier. Because we would rap, we would freestyle, we would sit and talk all night. We would get up early in the morning, go to school, smoke weed, all that good shit. You know? I believe that too. You said, I think her father was trying to pay you for her sin. I believe that as well, but it actually ended up making her hate me more and like trying to knock me off more, you know? Because the story of her father was that she is a bastard child. The person that raised me, she's a bastard child, right? So my grandmother the kidnapper grandmother, she was fucking a married man, the preacher. He was also a preacher too. Her father was a preacher and he was a married man. And my grandma was getting with this married man. So he never showed her the love or attention or affection that she desired. But when she brought me around and the other sister, Rachel, around, he loved us. That man gave us all the attention that she never got. And that made her more jealous of us as children. Okay. She was jealous of me, but I do feel like she was jealous of Rachel as well, even though I don't like Rachel, because Rachel was very, very, I'm talking about very fucking beautiful as a child. I'm talking about her birth picture stayed in a hospital for so long. It's like, you know how if you go into the pregnancy ward, you know, I don't think she had that bitch, but she's somebody from a hospital. Her picture was in the pregnancy ward at Barnes Hospital for like 20 years, 25 years, even 30 years after she was born. That's how pretty of a baby she was. And Rachel had this beautiful hair. Rachel's a bald-headed hoe now. She got locks, but she's still a bald-headed hoe. But anyways, before she had locks when she was a little girl, she had natural thick-ass Indian hair down her back. And that lady was jealous of that shit too. Okay? It said, rest well, beloved Keith. He is around you and protects you from the other side. Ashe. You said, was Gary Wilder your dad that raised you? No, his name was Edward Wilson Jr. And he was the sheriff in the St. Louis City Police Department all of the 80s and early 90s. They accused him of molesting the oldest child. The sheriff, Edward Wilson Jr., so the one that didn't live with us, Susan Williams, that is the one that everybody has said, they would be like, your daddy molested her, your daddy touched her, your daddy did this, but I didn't believe it because he never touched me. You get what I'm saying? He never touched me. And then they said later on down the line that it came out that she was lying. But I believe it now. I believe it now because of what happened to me when he went and got his fucking nephew from the penitentiary and left him in the house with me by himself and went to work. And then dude molested me. And then I told him about it and said that I was lying. I feel like that was a whole setup because, bitch, you're a whole sheriff and you got a felon that's been in jail for years and you're going to leave him in the house with your baby, your daughter? I don't give a fuck about telling these people business because it's my business. I lived it. I didn't know this was going to be a long-ass live. But thank y'all for hanging out with me. I don't mind talking about it or none of that shit. It actually does help me when I do talk about it. It makes me feel better to get it off my chest. It do. It make me feel so much better to get it off my chest. I had a pretty hard life, and I don't ever remember ever being happy. I remember being force-fed a lot of motherfucking medication that I did not need. Or she tried to do it, but I didn't take it. I would always cheat the medicine that she was trying to make me take. I remember her trying to get a therapist to get some type of information or try to get some type of diagnosis on me, but never getting one. She says she got a diagnosis of ADD on me, but that's not mental, bitch. That's attention deficit disorder, which means I don't pay attention. But I know I didn't have attention deficit disorder because I could write music for hours. I could sing song for hours. I could play the piano for hours. I could do this shit for hours and hours and hours. I could do this shit for hours. The problem is that I'm not paying attention to what the fuck you want me to pay attention to. I have concentration. I have attention on the things that I give a fuck about. I do not have attention or an attention span for the things that I don't give a fuck about, which is what you're talking about. And that's what I used to tell her. And she used to really get upset with me. I didn't say shit and all that because I didn't curse around my mother or my elders. But that's what she used to say to me. Well, I mean, that's what I used to say to her. If I'm paying attention to the stuff that I want to pay attention to, then I don't have that. Because I'm paying attention for hours, writing music, doing music, playing the piano, singing songs. I'm doing that for hours. I'm paying attention just fine. I'm not paying attention to what the fuck you want me to pay attention to. And that's real shit. But she wasn't never able to get no diagnosis. Because ain't shit wrong with me. And then the most fun I had, like I said, was with my best friend, the people I went to school with. The people that I hung out with in high school, those were like my best memories of the situation. I don't have any really good memories with the family at all. None of it, because they were always fighting against each other. I remember, I thought about this yesterday. I remember the person that raised me, Marion Williams, she got her ass beat at the funeral home when my grandma died, even though they killed her. She got her ass beat at the funeral home for stealing all of her insurance money. So they didn't have any money to bury her. The kidnapper grandmother, the fingerprint technician, they didn't have no money to bury her. And I remember Vernon, and it's a man, a big ass man. He's over 6 feet tall. That's the master mason in my story. He's the master mason that calls the shots on who should die and who should live and all that shit. But his wife died. So there you go, motherfucker. But anyways, he beat her ass in that funeral home. And I felt like she deserved it. Because I didn't have no money to bury her. I'm rolling up my blunt, y'all. I don't know. There really shouldn't have been any reason that I was in a group home, but I was. Because for me to have a big ass family like that, you would think that there wouldn't be a need for that. But I remember the first time I ever went. I was so scared. The first time I ever got drunk was in a group home too. And then I didn't want to go back home. Like I got to the point where I didn't want to go back home to her. Because the staff members there at the group home, they made me feel like worth something. They weren't ever mean to me. I didn't have any problems. They were like more of a family to me. And they would do stuff with me, like take me shopping, take me to go get stuff to eat. And if I wanted to get like my nails done, they would go do stuff like that. They would take me mushroom hunting, like in the woods and stuff. Like we would do stuff. Y'all better be talking. I'm gonna get up off of here. I'm rolling my blunt though right now because I'm about to smoke one. Thank y'all for chilling with me though this whole time. It's been like 3 hours and I ain't been on camera. And y'all can let me know if y'all have any more questions because I do not mind. Any questions about my childhood, my upbringing, none of that shit, I do not mind. So how are the kittens? They're doing great. We bought them like a little mini mansion. And they still like paper bags better. But we did buy them like a little mini mansion. We put it in the back of the house so they could run through the house and have their own little spaces with like cubby holes and stuff. I told y'all we did the Catsmas, but we didn't film it. But we did do the Catsmas and get the cats all type of stuff. They're running out of treats and catnip, so I've been giving them my magical supply of catnip. We do want them to like have babies, but I don't know if we're ready for that. We just went and got them some harnesses and leashes so that we can take them outside and walk them and, you know, just have them out there with us. So we're getting them like trained to be able to be in their harness. We started with just having them around the house in their harnesses so they can get used to the feel and be able to move at normal speed in their harnesses. And then we take them out just a little bit, like if we get an Instacart driver or something, so they can go outside and like get used to the noises because they finna be wherever I go, because I'm taking my spirit animal wherever I go, because I'm getting out of this fucking house this summer. I'm not going to be afraid, and I'm not going to give a fuck about nobody trying to fucking gang stalk me or nothing. I'm going out of the house with my spirit animal, and she's going to protect me. And we're working this winter to get them harness trained. And I'm also, this is my daughter's idea, but we're also going to get them little, little cat carriers, like backpacks. So like if we have them out and about with us and we want to go into a store, we can put them in their little cat carriers so that they can go in. You said, why is it so dark? Did you shape into your true form? No, it's a blackout. I have to be in danger. I'm trying to tell you. I don't have a scary looking true form. I look like this, but I'm brighter. Okay. Like I glow more. And of course my eyes do change. And then also this tattoo that I have, that also glows. the tattoo of the vine, and not all the tattoos, but just the one of the vine. That one that's on the side of my head, it's all down my back, all down my torso. It goes down my whole body. That glows as well. I wish I could walk around and look like that all the time. I feel like I look good already, but I feel like I would love to walk around like that all the time. But Asha doesn't show her face unless it's necessary. There's a video, I don't know if y'all seen this viral video, but it says of this man, he was walking like down like a dark street, and there was like CVC TV or whatever, CCTV, whatever. And somebody was walking past him, and then they grabbed him and they tried to, like, I don't know, do something to him. And then he pushed the person down on the ground, and then whatever was inside of the person came out and could be seen on camera fighting that motherfucker off. And then that person was running. We said because that voice was kind of deep and eerie at some point in his life. I mean, I'm a regular person. I'm just, you know, a hybrid person. I'm a regular person. Straight up. I'm just a chosen person. Every chosen person has powers. Everybody does, even if they're not chosen. They can just be low level type shit. They still got some type of power. Even if it's on a low form, like thinking something or thinking about somebody and then they call you or they text you or they show up at your house or you run into them. That's a power. That's a spiritual power. That's a gift. Kayla, girl, they summoned you. They're like, everybody like, where Kayla? Where's Kayla? You said, yes, that spirit whooped him. Yes, you said, okay, that's what I'm talking about. You said, yeah, I seen that shadow come out, that guy, and fight off that intruder. That's how it works. Like, you have to, like, I don't know how to make it do it. If I could make it do it, y'all, I would make it do it for y'all. I would. If I could change myself on the camera and make it do it, I can make it do it. But like I said, if you go back on videos at first, when I first started this channel, I really did not want to be on camera because I know that I shapeshift. But then this Alyssa Smelly shit happened, and then I was kind of like forced to have to be on camera because I can't be talking about I'm this missing child and not show my face. So that's really why I be getting on camera. But if that shit would have never happened, I probably would be on the same shit that I was on at the beginning of this channel, which is I don't want to put my face on camera. Said, can a person vibrate on different levels? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always best to stay on the higher vibrations. And even if you, like, it's weird because it's really not a light or a darkness to the situation. It's really not a light or a darkness. So Empress might say that me knocking these motherfuckers off is low vibrational, but it really might not be low vibrational. It could literally be God using me to purge and cleanse the earth because those type of energies do not deserve or need to be in this earth realm with children or regular humans for that matter. You get what I'm saying? So some people might view that as low vibrational, but I don't see it as low vibrational. I see it as very high vibrational. The kingdom suffers violence. That's what the Bible say. So it all couldn't be like, you know, low vibrational. You can shift through vibrations as well. And that's why they tell you to, like, stay high vibrational, which is absolutely fucking hard to do. That's the hardest shit in the world to do. And if a motherfucker's always high vibrational, something is wrong with them. Okay, they might not be a real human or something. Something is not right about this person that's always high vibrational, because as a natural human, you're going to have ebbs and flows, ups and downs in your life, you know? Hashtag truth gang, hashtag gang gang, hashtag try vibes, hashtag loyalty, hashtag love, hashtag justice for Alicia Smiley 2025, hashtag one God, many faces, hashtag we are family, hashtag big beautiful forehead gang. You said, well, I'm here. Hey, Miss Pam. She said, OBI. One said, is it Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan Kenobi? Is that what you're talking about? Obi-Wan Kenobi? Is that what you're talking about? Because if you're talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're going back. You're going way back. The Force is neutral, though. It is. And so are my spirits. They're my spiritual course. My spiritual course is Santissimo Morte. Baron Sambi, Mama Bridget, the Divine Infinite All, of course. That's the highest course that there is. The cosmic deities, cosmic beings, and lives, Egyptian gods and goddesses. They're neutral forces, right? So Santa Morte. And I will say this about Santa Morte. I should probably know this about Santa Morte. Santa Morte because she's neutral, will let you get away with some shit that probably wouldn't be right. Like if you had to like rob a motherfucker, I would never do that. But I'm just saying, if you needed to do that, she would let you do that, and you would get away with it if there was a justified reason for it or something. Because she's neutral. You get what I'm saying? She's neutral. So she's gonna let that shit go through on your behalf. Like say somebody robbed you or something and they stole all this money. You could probably rob somebody and get away with it because that money was yours in the first place. And you won't go to jail and you will not get caught because she's a neutral energy. Or somebody could come to her and be like, Santissima Muerte, I just want peace. I just want love. I just want this. I just want that. And she could be that vibrational. You get what I'm saying? She could be that vibrational if that's the vibration that you want. But if you come to her and you a straight hardcore criminal, she might help you. It just depends on your reasoning. You said definitely hard to stay high vibrational in this world. Right. That's unrealistic as fuck. And those people are robots that are like, love and light, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Stay away from them. They're crazy. Okay? Straight up. Because even the divine infinite awe, if you go biblically, if you're a Christian and you come from a Christian background, even if you go Allah, whatever, Muslim background, their divine infinite awe, the Christian divine infinite awe, they not really, you know, they ain't really good nor bad. They'll fuck a motherfucker up and they'll also bless you. You know? You said not 5-head gang. 5-head gang. Gang gang. You said them motherfuckers definitely crazy. Right, they are. Straight up. You don't get angry at all. Nothing bothers you. That's the person that'll probably kill you right there. They're like, love and light. Love and light. But they're about to explode. Just let it out. It's okay if you're not happy right now. Sometimes you don't be happy. It's okay. You said that would be creepy. It is creepy. That's why I don't be fucking with the motherfuckers in the spiritual community. Because they be on that love and light. Love and light. Okay, yeah. I don't know about all that shit. Because you have to have darkness, especially, like I said, if you come from the Christian pantheon. In the beginning, there was darkness and the earth was void. You got to have darkness or you can't have God. You can't. So it probably didn't kill 1 or 2 people. If you're always happy like that, right, they're in the freezer. They don't know how to properly express their anger, so they like, or properly channel or transmute their energies. It's okay to feel anger. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to feel those feelings. It's okay to want to slap the shit out of a motherfucker. It is okay. Okay, it's okay to want to do those things. Now, whether or not you do those things is 2 different things. You know? And it's okay to not be happy. People that are trying to keep a high vibration are going to be the most miserable people in the world because they're going to feel bad for feeling bad. And that's basically what happens to people in the spiritual community when they be told that they need to be love and light, love and light, love and light all the time. Then they end up feeling bad because they feel bad. They feel like something's wrong because I'm not happy. I'm not at peace. I'm not in love and light. When it's just literally the ways of the world. It's what the fuck you're dealing with. It's the environment. Feel that way. Allow yourself to feel that way. You said that's why they be smiling, right? You said that movie Smile. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to check that out. You said that demon on Wishmaster said evil is 1/2 of a perfect sphere. It is though. I mean, you can't have one without the other one. You can't have happiness without sadness. It's duality. You gotta have both. Light and dark, hot and cold, good and bad. You gotta have both. And that's real shit. Well, this was a long live that I didn't expect to be this damn long, but I guess I didn't have shit to do anyways. I mean, I could be clocking in. I was clocked in before I went live, but I had clocked out because it was kind of slow. And I had answered 21 questions on the psychic thing. So I was like, let me log out for a bit because that should get me in the algorithm. Get me going in the algorithm on there. But yeah. I enjoy hanging out with y'all. I guess I'm gonna tap out. I guess, and eat some food because my baby did do her turkey thing. She learning, y'all. She 18, but I have had her in the kitchen since she was like about 5. I had started her, which is like learning how to cut onions and vegetables, like pick greens and shit like that. I started her with that. Then I started her with like seasoning and then prepping. Like, you get what I'm saying? So she doing her thing. And it helps because I be working and I gotta pay the bills, so it do be helping. And she does a really good job, y'all. She does a really good job. So I think she made some turkey and her gravy because she loved making homemade gravy. I don't know where she get it from. And I'm gonna tell you something. At her being 18, she hella fucking better at making gravy than I was, y'all. Okay, hella motherfucking better. I mean, at that age, I got gravy right now, but just at her age, like, girl, because people fuck gravy up well into their 40s and 50s. But anyways, y'all, I'm about to go see what's in this kitchen. I appreciate you guys for coming through. There is a message somewhere in here, Miss LH and Kayla. I know y'all came late, but there's a message in here. It's towards the beginning, and I don't even remember what it was because we talked about so much stuff and we've been on here for 3 hours. But I do love you guys so much, and I guess I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys are being kind and likeness to strangers because you could be entertaining angels unaware. Okay. All right, and make sure that you treat other people how you want to be treated. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's not that fucking hard. It's really not. Okay. 515 5155. Okay. Um, and that's 555. Yeah, if you guys like the vibes and you feel like this is your tribe, subscribe. Justice for Alicia Smiley 2025. I love you guys so much. 616, and I'm out this bitch.